Hello and welcome back to FPF TV. We are ready to rock for another installment, another week of A-League men's football. Last week I was joined by Dom Bowles, as you might know, is Dom's Ball Chat, and also Jose Campo, an FPF contributor. This week I'm joined by two new guests. I mean, there is one familiar face, but he's irrelevant, so we won't talk too much about him. Anyway, just kidding, but... That's a great way to introduce co-host, I think. It's the perfect way. First, we'll go to our debutant. You might have heard him on streams for Football SA in the NPL competition, on the collective as well for Adelaide United matches in the SA Great State. Yes? Hashtag? I don't know. Anyway, Seb O'Neill, how you going, mate?
The king has finally arisen from his tomb, and he is ready to deliver.
It is officially Seb O'Neill TV. The takeover has begun. There will be no survivors. It's going to go to haywire. And
I wasn't going to go violent, but you know we can. I'm happy with that if that's the angle we're going to go for.
And also joining me is the co-founder of Front Page Football, also a commentator on the collective at Adelaide United home games, and also a Football South Australia commentator as well, Christian Marchetti. Haha, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm actually the director of Front Page Football. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Cheers.
I co-found.
Cheers.
Okay, well, geez, you're already.
Cheers, mate. Director and editor. Cheers. Thanks.
You're already itching my skin. All right, it's.
Well, you itch mine first. You itch mine first. I'm gonna itch back. All good.
Okay,
All
fair
good.
enough. Anyway, we're taking on Sydney FC versus the Wellington Phoenix, which, in the grand scheme of things, the context of the season, is a pretty big matchup. Wellington Phoenix looking to go away from home and keep their season alive, while Sydney FC, after a pretty hectic schedule over the last 4 or 5 weeks, are looking to bounce back and get some wins under their belt so they can secure a top 6 position. So, as we do look at this one, we might as well go through the lineups for both teams. So, for the home side, Devonish Mayers retains his position as the goalkeeper for Sydney FC with Courtney Perkins, Alex Grant, Ryan Grant, and King in the back line. Caceres, Holman, Senna, and Adrian Segasic round out the midfield. Patrick Lamala and Joe Lolly as the striking options for the Sky Blues, obviously coached by Ufuk Talay. And for the Wellington Phoenix, a little cheer there. Oluwayemi is in goals for them with Kelly Hield, Scott Wooten, Isaac Hughes, and Payne in the back line. Also, Paolo Retre, Alex Rufa, and Sheridan in the midfield with Geraldez and Barbarousas and Sam Sutton as deployed forwards. As I'm reading it from FotMob, that might change probably to like a back 5-ish. I mean, that's sort of how they generally play. Christian, you know a lot about Chiefy Ballcare.
Sam Sutton and Kelly Hield playing together. I can't wait.
It's they're very
That's
dynamic.
sarcasm. This is going to be terrible. So, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you were one of the bigger proponents throughout the season for Chiefy Ball, and unfortunately...
No. Not throughout the season, at the early part of the season. Let's not... Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, now that you've cleared that up, what's gone wrong with them? I mean, obviously they lost some very key players at the end of last season. Now they're struggling for form both home and away. It looked like they were setting up to build around Rojas, but his injury record has really, seen them...
I just realised he's not in the squad today. Oh, fuck.
Yes, he isn't
Yeah.
in the squad. So, what's your impressions, and, how can, Giancarlo Italiano finish this season off with a little bit of pride to make sure that he still is the head coach at Wellington Phoenix come next year?
How about try and get some shots on target in a game? That's an idea. They're dog shit. Yeah, there's no other way of putting it. They are awful. I can't defend any of it anymore. To quote our mutual friend Antonis Pagonis, they are just existing in games, and that is true. They just are existing. So they got too many young players who aren't ready for this level. The players they brought in, some of them A, haven't been good enough, or B, have been injured, and they continue to play a style which is disgusting to watch. And I think there's a reason. I assume they've done this because Chiefy doesn't have faith in the players to like play a more attacking style. But I'm also looking at it going like, this is not working, so maybe do something slightly different. I don't know, mate. They're like it's like they're a next season team. So it's like them, the Mariners, like Perth, Brisbane. They're like, I don't even care about you this season anymore. Like, I'm like, you know, I'll just watch you next season and care then. So, yeah.
Fair enough. And Seb, obviously Sydney FC having, a good run in the ACL2, getting over Jeonbuk earlier in the week in that two-legged tie to secure their place in the semi-finals of the second-tier continental competition. However, their domestic form has been a little bit hit and miss. They still sit outside the top six, and if they want to compete in the final series, have to really get their act together domestically. How do they do that? Because their squad, they've lost a few players this season. We've been talking about it, how in terms of defenders, there's not a lot of players who have a lot of senior games, or they are just fairly light on central defenders even. But the signing of Grant sort of bolsters that, and congratulations to him for being selected for the Socceroos. So, I mean, this is sort of a must-win game for Sydney FC, right? Like, you can't really defend a loss or a draw.
I think at the moment you've just got Douglas Costa and Patrick Klamala in like ridiculously good form for some reason. I don't know what's happened there, but that's Uffy magic.
They're good players,
Uffy magic.
So yeah, they're good players. Yeah.
Yeah. Cheers, mate. Yeah. It's a hard one. I watched the game against. I think I watched both legs against Jeonbuk. Second leg was just weird. They had periods where they were on top and then were just struggling, really, for like that towards the end of the first half, and yeah, it's a weird situation, I think, especially when the Asian competition is so tiring with all that travel, constantly having to go back and forth, and especially when you've got these two legs within a space of 2 weeks. I don't know how they do it, and I think that's really just been the problem, and you saw it for the Mariners as well this season. Although them losing players as well, I think it just hit them a lot harder than it has Sydney.
Yeah, absolutely. Via YouTube, one game at a time. Might be someone that you're familiar with, Seb. So who's this new guy on
Seb,
the right?
Seb, are you commenting questions on a separate account? You just can't help yourself,
man.
He's
The full takeover.
Who commented? Who commented?
One game
at a time.
I haven't heard of them before. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is like a lecture or some shit. Like Seb told him, "Hey, can you post a question underneath our FPF TV thing?"
You think I give out my logins?
Sounds like something you'd do.
Someone's you're not a boss who delegates, are you?
You're Hulk Hogan. You're doing your own creative, live here. You have creative control. And also via Facebook, you can also comment via Facebook. We'll do our best to get to all your comments. Jake Holub, fellow FPF contributor, said, "Who's that bloke on the right? It's got a lot of aura about him." And also Antonis Pagonis, great to see FPF TV patron Saint Sebastian O'Neill make his debut. So
another person who I've seen 3 days in a row.
Yeah, I guess in terms of the reviews, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I
think we need more friends, all of us.
I think that we need
down.
a better social life, because we're currently at 7 p.m. on a Sunday evening about to watch some A-League football when, especially in New South Wales, it is stinking hot. So
it's your turn then.
Yeah.
Hey Jack, how did Newcastle go today?
Not great. Look, 3 games in a week, and then for the third game you have to go out in about 35-degree heat. Yeah, not good. I didn't have a lot of high hopes, especially after that performance against Melbourne City. Of course, if you were looking at some of the results, obviously last night, Adelaide United went down to Macarthur FC at home 5-4. Western Sydney Wanderers and Melbourne Victory played out a 4-2, and that was actually on Friday night. Last night was the Western Sydney Wanderers match. Perth Glory losing to Brisbane Roar in the Spoon Bowl. And Brisbane Roar lifting themselves off the bottom of the table in a 3-1 victory over in the West. Earlier today, a 2-2 draw shared between Auckland FC and the Central Coast, which means that the title race is well and truly alive in the A-League, and Western United thumping the Newcastle Jets 6-2 in some pretty horrible conditions at McDonald Jones Stadium, it has to be said. However, own goals and giving the ball up in midfield doesn't really help. Anyway, that's all I'll say.
Stop being a weather apologist.
Yeah, although, have you seen my work? I wrote 2 articles about it. They're up on frontpagefootball.net. Check it out. Go to the website. Check out all our good articles. But 2 specific ones were about
like 3 years ago. Yeah, like 3 years ago. Yeah.
You know what?
I have a question.
I'm already sick of you.
I have a question.
I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling good for some shithousery.
Is a spoon? You said spoon bowl. Is a spoon just not a tiny bowl to put in a bigger bowl?
Say hello to everyone.
That is way too intellectual for a Sunday afternoon. My brain is fried. I played football in 38-degree heat in Penrith today. So if I seem off it, blame St. Clair for being hot all the time.
Gosh, how many times do I have to hear about the AC United fucking
it's actually the same. Actually, it's the St. Clair Strikers now, Christian. There was a big transfer move.
Ooh.
Big transfer move.
Wow.
How does Cody Ojeda feel about this? Wow.
Well, Cody Ojeda, if you are listening, please give us a full review. They just couldn't get the deal done, AC United, and they lost a lot of players because of it. So, it's a big clean out for them. They're rebuilding.
So Ojeda just falling asleep at the wheel, just getting his business all wrong, off-season recruitment.
Well, he's moved as well, so he's taken a cohort. It's all age. It's a big all-age draft almost.
Wasn't he born at AC United? Like what?
Look, I won't speak for him. He can chime in with this.
Mustafa, Wellington,
Anyway,
go on.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Wellington. The game
Wellington
has
getting
kicked off.
forward?
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh
Oluwayemi
my god,
playing out from the
that
back.
is a horrible bowl.
Yeah, that's not great.
Oh, Chico, man. The
That
fuck?
is horrendous.
Well, no, you know what Wellington are going to do? They're going to tease us. They're going to do this stupid shit where, like, they have these promising attacks, but none of them actually ended shots on target.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
They're going to try and play an up-tempo. I think the conditions will get the best of them, Wellington Phoenix, they play too up-tempo, because they're just lacking a bit of quality, right? And in comparison to Sydney FC, who have the likes of, Joe Lolly, Klamala, Senna, all these high-quality players within their starting 11, you look at the Phoenix, who have good players, but they're very system players. And when the system breaks down, it's really difficult for them to re-enter matches. I think that's the biggest observation I've made of Wellington this season when I've watched them play.
Yeah, I think... So Wellington, their squad was obviously, their starting 11 was depleted from last year. Them and the Mariners have had very similar seasons. They've both been depleted. They both have, for the first half of the season, were actually relatively solid defensively, but all season they both just have not been able to basically hit a fucking barn door. So it's been really bad to watch. But I think one thing that they're going to benefit from this period is that a lot of these young guys have got experience, and that should hold them in better stead next season. Should. So, but I don't know.
I think they need to add 3
I think the whole
players.
talk around Giancarlo Italiano's job security is the most ridiculous story I think I've ever seen this season in the A-League. Like, I don't understand why on earth you would consider sacking a coach that basically took you to your best ever season the year before. So, yeah, I want to be clear on that. I've been critical of the way they obviously... Ooh, Caceres, wow. I've been critical of the way they've been playing of late and just their general season this year. But I think there's a lot of reasons for it that would have, like, had it been the case for any other team, like, they would have suffered the same way. And also, I think, like, Giancarlo Italiano had a certain system and style last year which worked for them. This year it hasn't worked for them. I wonder in year 3 if there's a bit of an adaptation and we see some changes. That's what I'm hoping for anyway, because I just don't think they can keep playing this game where they just sit in, absorb pressure, and just rely on like 3 chances to win a game, because that just doesn't work
Decent
sustainably.
From
it doesn't work.
Caceres. Just
Oh shit! I'm like
to the action.
I'm like
Rich,
30 seconds ahead.
Rich,
I just don't think it works for a team that has so many young players and is still lacking like proven quality. So yeah.
Rich BS asks via YouTube, is the game started? It's not loading on Sky. Well, very sorry to
Sky?
the New Zealand people.
Oh yeah, Sky New
Citizens.
Zealand. I thought it was
Yeah.
like Sky Sports in England. I'm like, what?
Wellington, obviously a Wellington fan, or maybe just a fan of Auckland.
Hello.
Hoping both teams lose. Hello, thank you for joining us. We are officially worldwide, baby.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Hola,
Bonnie Sigmund.
fish and chips.
Jeez, and then we just lost our entire New Zealand viewership, so that's great. And he's back to the games in the FC trying to get forward here. Patrick Klamala, that one's safely seen out over the sideline. Pretty sure that my stream might be behind you guys, just because.
Yeah.
I'm in 4 minutes and 45 seconds.
Yeah,
now.
me and Seb are cooking. Jack, I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Well,
So yeah.
Do you know, it's the Adelaide internet.
It's not that.
We cook. We cook.
No, it's because you guys. I got so many different things on my screen right now. I look like I'm,
Sure.
hacking.
Sorry,
into- yeah.
more excuses and apologizing. Right.
Yeah, that's
okay.
what it sounds like.
Well,
Yeah,
if you beefed up the budget of FPF TV, all right, it'd be much better. Thank you very much.
Ooh.
Sorry, what's a budget?
Exactly.
I am running 2 games concurrently while talking to you guys. There is no excuses.
Antonis Pagonis via Facebook says, "Can you?"
It's actually Antonios, but yeah.
Okay, well, whatever. Can you ask Seb about his upcoming FPF articles and Christian and reacting to Christian's comments? Says in quotations, there's a lot of context around Wellington's season. Yes, most definitely.
There actually is, as Ruben Zakovic would agree.
Yes, absolutely. And Antonis Pagonis also chiming in saying hashtag SA Great Internet. I've been to your city. It's like Parramatta, but that's your main CBD. It's sad. Anyway, enough Adelaide slander. I've done it.
Question. How about this? Here's a question for Antonis, which he can answer in the chat. Do you think Jack made the right decision to stay at Lightsview when he came to Adelaide?
Where
Okay,
is Lightsview?
Hold on,
I actually
I'm just
don't know.
gonna wait.
I'm
See,
gonna
Seb
air
doesn't
this.
even know
I'm
where
gonna
it is.
air this out in front of all of our tens of viewers right now. All right,
Not tens of thousands, tens.
tens of viewers right now. All right.
Why would you stay there?
Hold on. Wait, let me explain. So I went on Airbnb.
Why? That is so random.
I went on Airbnb. I said Cooper Stadium. It unfortunately selected the Cooper Stadium. That's like it's called Cooper
Nord.
Stadium, but yeah, but it's an
Nord Oval.
AFL pitch or something like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I was like, yeah, I'll just book that. It's cheap. It's good. And then I.
Oh wow! Sorry,
hello,
goal.
it's a goal. Oh, Sydney have scored.
Oh,
And it's Adrian Segasic, I believe, who has scored the goal for Sydney FC 1-0, and he puts the phone up. That's 2 in one day. Noah Bodic and
whoa!
Adrian
What's that? Is
Segasic.
that a
That's a
message
call
to
up.
Popper?
No, I think
Botic did it too.
I think he's
Oh,
just.
Botic did it, did he? Wow.
I think he's just trying to talk to his mum because he's just a mama's boy at heart.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. But yeah, a couple of passive aggressive
Look
messages.
at this. Hey, Matt Sheridan, nice defending. Well done. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck
I
me.
mean, that was such a fractured line.
That's a good ball by Joe Lolly, by the way.
Oh, it is. But Sheridan
so
steps
good.
out and he just leaves
Yeah.
this massive gap in between the two defenders. So
That's really poor defending. I mean, you've again, if you give away like a long range opportunity to Joe Lolly, you're going to be in trouble. But also, you'd rather give Joe Lolly a pop from about 20 yards out than Segasic 1-on-1 with the keeper. Like,
Wellington
it
are
has to be
legit
said.
going to lose. This is going to be 4-0. Like,
We're heading for a record.
Is there a reason why Oluwayemi's back in goal, or is it just piece?
No, I think, Kelly Hill's not on the bench, so I
Okay.
assume maybe he's picked up some sort of injury. Maybe I'll check that whilst we're talking.
Yeah.
yes,
Jake
Seb.
Holub via Facebook says stunning defending there. I am stunned. I've been left stunned by that sort of defending. I think we can all agree with that. And Wellington Phoenix down 1-0.
Why did we have to? Why Wellington? Why couldn't this be like?
Just why?
Just
Yeah,
why?
just why.
Why is it
Like-
Wellington? What and why is it Wellington?
Honestly, I'd rather this be Sydney Brisbane. That would actually be more entertaining. I actually think Brisbane are way more watchable right now.
I would have
Fuck
loved
me.
the spoon bowl this afternoon. I would have loved a huge spoon bowl.
Yes.
Or,
Yes.
Or it would have been funny to see the Jets get pumped, but you guys have prior engagements, so you know.
That's
fine.
right. I'll rewatch that probably tomorrow or something, and I can laugh then. So all good.
Yeah. Look, at least
I actually won't laugh because I actually. Oh shit!
Long range side up by center.
You're
Yeah.
faking
Because
I'm
actually a big proponent of Stanton Ball. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to talk about it, 3 games in 7 days, that's hard, especially against top 4 opposition every single game. It's difficult. 6-2 is a bit meh, I will say.
That's kind of my like come on man, you can't lose 6-2 at home regardless.
But again, you know, the Newcastle Jets with Adelaide not getting a result, with Victory dropping points against Western Sydney Wanderers, with the pack just as the A-League does get condensed, and
I think we have an 18 pack now with Auckland.
Yeah.
I think Auckland are back in the pack.
We were talking about it on
well,
Friday.
not in there. No, hold on. They're not going to lose a top 6 spot. Are you kidding me?
No. Oh, what?
I'm talking about a top 6.
Wait, actually, I haven't had a look.
There's no way they can pull out of the 6.
I know it's a top 6 pack, but like, hang on a minute, but if the Premiership race is open, then that means like, because a Western United could still, hang on, let me have a look at the table again because
Western United are now second, 4 points off Auckland.
Yeah, but they played an extra game than a lot of teams. So if we're looking at no. Okay, so no. Auckland and by a catastrophe are not going to fall out top 6, but then also the Premiership race is open. Yeah, but it's not really. They still have a game in hand, so it's not. They would still be 7 clear if they won that game in hand. So no, they're not really. It's still one team and then an 18 pack.
I might bring up the table whilst we do have a second to look at it, because this does have some table ramifications if this result were to stand. So if this result were to stand, Sydney FC would be just outside the top 6 on 32 points as it appears in front of us. 1 point off Adelaide, who in the last 6 weeks have capitulated a genuine opportunity to claim a premiership, to be in trouble.
Yes, Seb. What the fuck happened there? Explain.
What? I was lost for a second. What are we talking about?
We're talking about Adelaide.
Your team.
My team. My team. You know, they suck at the moment. Yeah, it's tough.
Look, but I have my collective shirt on. I'm a little bit more democratic with my football punditry, but here I'm going to just say they suck.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
But you know, for Friday night viewing, it was
actually Friday night listening. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Friday night listening. Also, Friday night exhaustion. Commentating that.
He said he nearly passed out.
My God, man! I didn't say I nearly passed out.
He did at half time.
I didn't say I passed out.
What'd you say then?
I just said I was like aching and I was really tired.
Oh, boohoo. Anyway.
Here we go. Mr. I don't even drive. So yeah.
Mr. I'm dumb.
Oh, wow. It's like
shut up.
Are we gonna have it?
Whoa!
FPF TV beef. Hashtag get it trendy.
Have you not been looking at Twitter lately?
Yeah, have you not looked at Twitter? We hate each other.
I'm on this guy's. I'm in this guy's head. 24/6.
Rent free.
Yeah, rent free 24/6.
Antonis Brigonis, again via Facebook, says Nestor Irankunda to do the same celebration with his next goal. I think he's referring to the...
They play tonight, actually.
They do, Grasshoppers.
But he also does need to score.
I asked about Lightsview. I want your opinion on Lightsview. Please, comment.
He's already commented and just said that you went to Lightsview relax. That's it. I ignored that comment because you basically said it. Anyway, and he also said the Premiership race is open, but no one is signing up for it. Basically.
Yes, that is true.
Auckland, I mean, they haven't been losing games, but they've been dropping points the last, 3 weeks now?
Yeah. Auckland are definitely... I mean, I've got to watch that game back from today against the Mariners, but they're definitely showing some chinks in their armour, for sure, in recent weeks. And
I think it's all to do with, like, now that teams are in this point of the season, they're fitter, they're sharper, right? And those games where Auckland somehow managed to win 1-0, where really they didn't put a lot of dominate, like they didn't really dominate games, and it was just a bit like, they've just somehow been able to miraculously win 1-0. That's not going to be good enough for the rest of the season now, because teams are sharper. Even from first to the Mariners, who currently sit in 10th, I believe, it's going to be difficult for them to be able to see out those matches. And like Corica is going to have to pivot, especially with a final series coming up. I mean, this is probably...
Yeah, he won't. He won't pivot. So, yeah.
I mean, well, we already know your opinions on Sim Corica.
No. I'm not. No. I want to be clear. No. I want to be clear. He's done really well this season. He's obviously, any coach to take a new team, a new club to this sort of high is obviously doing something right. But if you watch closely, when Auckland have a system, they play 4-2-3-1, they play the same thing, every week. It's been working for them. That's why they haven't changed. He's very Carl Viet-like, where when things go wrong in games, he actually doesn't change much at all. It's very kind of like for like. The only thing they've done is sometimes they'll go to a back five, but that's usually if they're winning a game late. But yeah, there's definitely a question mark there about like what's their plan B as well when things aren't going right, because there has been some games where they haven't really had a great plan B, or they just haven't had one, and they've been kind of found out a little bit. So
to be fair to Mr. Wyala, he has been a bit better in recent weeks.
How so? I'm trying to figure that out.
Just I think you've had like the first bit of the season, it was always that substitute of winger and striker on. Striker normally being Luca Archie constantly at like the 60th, 70th minute. Whereas at least in the recent weeks, it has been a lot more varied, I think, and happy to experiment.
Yeah, no, I think you can, from a standpoint of maybe personnel, like subs. Yeah. But like Carl Viet before, for like 2 years or 3 years, however long it was, would just play like a 4-3-3 every game.
Yeah.
And that would be it. And it's like, we're just spamming the hell out of this because, I don't really know anything else, because I was taught how to coach from Football SA, and that's what they teach. And then after that was like, okay, no, this season was like, okay, they're changing the system to a 3-4-3 in possession. And now it kind of feels like, now we're just spamming this until
True.
for the rest of the season. So I'm kind of like, all right. And he has like mixed in a 4-3-3 sometimes, but I don't know, man. Like, there's just some of these coaches in this league that are just like, they're good at coaching plan A. They are good at coaching plan A, but that's kind of it.
Well,
and it's like,
if I could chime in this, I think that like what we're seeing, because we're talking about like coaches pivot, and obviously there's a bit to be said about like Adelaide United, right, being able to control games as well.
A bit.
Yeah. Like my sort of like observations with all that is it's not like there's no plan B or C. I actually think that when Adelaide play teams that are a really good matchup for them, for example, MacArthur, in the way that they play, right, are an extremely good matchup for Adelaide United. They're going to score goals if you're not careful, right? Because what Stajossi does is he sits in a 4-4-2, quick transitions, tries to get, behind the back line and, just fashion chances that way and then soak up a lot of defensive work, right? And we've seen it a few times with teams who play in transition. I mean, the Newcastle Jets is a good example of that too. Like, it's a team that, especially against that opposition, play in transition, look to get out, on the counter-attack quickly, right? And move the ball to the wings and play that sort of wing play style. And it's a really poor matchup for Adelaide. And Adelaide, like, obviously they still need to do a fair bit to try and, be in the top 6 at this point. But if they do make the top 6, I think that it might just be a case that Adelaide are going to be better off playing the opposition that's in the top 6. The only poor matchup for them in the top 6 as it stands is probably Auckland, right, in terms of tactically. But the answers...
I don't know about that. They've actually played Auckland as well as anyone. Probably better than anyone this season. But, see, the point around, like, MacArthur and Adelaide. So MacArthur and Adelaide, they're just both very good in transition. So that was kind of always going to be a basketball game on Friday. But the point around Adelaide is, like, my point is they are just totally incapable of, like, sitting in and defending for, like, 15 minutes and seeing out a result. They just can't do it.
Hang on.
Oh, is he on? He's on here.
Yeah.
Devonish Mears. Devonish Mears, who has been really good of late.
Yep.
He's been very good the last few games.
He's been fantastic.
So, but yeah, Adelaide are just like, but Carl Veer is so stubborn where it's like on Friday, me and Seb were there. It was like so hot there, in Adelaide. These guys cannot press high like all game for 95 minutes. It's
Yeah.
just, it's honestly, even a Premier League team couldn't do that. It's just physically impossible. Like, you've got to be able to like be like, hey, let's just sit in and defend for 20 minutes or whatever it might be, and see out the game for a little bit.
And the weird thing was, it felt like it got hotter throughout the night. Like,
Yeah,
it just
I
felt
know.
like it kept on getting
I know.
warmer and warmer.
I know.
Like, it didn't
And
help at all.
yeah, I felt Adelaide were kind of getting over that issue a little bit this season. I felt they were starting to become a little bit more resilient defensively, and this last month is just kind of back to square one essentially from kind of last year a lot as well. So yeah, I don't know. They got a lot of things to think about. Yeah.
Jake Holub via Facebook says, Lucas Kelly-Hill playing as a left-sided midfielder is truly a Chiefy masterclass. Maybe
Jake loves that. Jake, that's like one of Jake's favorite like Chiefy nitpick
Yeah,
things.
I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say maybe he knows something that he doesn't, but we've seen it a few times this season and it hasn't really worked, has it?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, with Wellington, they are short a few players. They were hoping to build around Rojas. That didn't eventuate. I mean, this season's just sort of, like, petered out in a way that's, really quite disappointing for a team that, made the preliminary final last year, was only just knocked out by Melbourne Victory after scoring in the stoppage time to equalise and then getting knocked out in extra time from a Dharma try or a, like, smash and grab, worldie. So, look, I mean, you sort of have to...
No, wasn't it Economides scored the winner in extra time, yeah.
Was it a Dharma try? Oh,
Traore
no, he hit the
scored the
volley
first
at
goal.
the
He scored
first
the
goal.
first goal.
It was Economides.
Yeah.
My bad. I haven't watched that game for a while. Anyway.
Chris Economides' last meaningful contribution of his career, so, yeah. From the
Well,
looks
I
of
mean,
things.
he scored a goal against your blokes on Friday. So
You don't have to.
Not
say
my
that.
blokes. They're not my blokes.
No, they're his blokes. They're absolutely his blokes.
They're not my blokes.
100%. He gets
They're not my
emails.
blokes.
He gets emails saying Reds fan, and he showed me that. He showed me.
Doesn't everyone in South Australia just get a random
no,
mail saying
and-
Reds fans?
And Tonus doesn't even get that. He just gets his name, and he's an actual member. So
Wow.
yeah.
So the reason that is because
No, we
I
don't need a
obviously-
reason. Jake, what else do you want to talk about?
That's all right. That's right, Seb. I'll remember this for our next broadcast. All good. All good.
And
What are we? Is Jack gonna start talking? What's going
I was
on?
going to say.
Oh,
I know. It's like, why is it silent?
I was gonna set up a poll in the chat, but okay, no, never mind.
Set up a poll. Hurry up.
I am
Fuck me.
setting up a poll. I thought you guys were gonna talk, and then you guys didn't talk, and now I have to talk.
okay.
And
No,
now,
because Seb,
No, we can
Seb's
talk.
being a 12-year-old and he's
now
trying to
now I'm
solve
under,
his issues
under
with.
pressure. Sydney
like-
FC have possession. They're trying to move through the midfield, and it's a foul. Oh no, it's blown away.
Another foul on.
Yeah.
No foul on. That's a foul. What?
That was a foul. Yeah.
And then Barbarouses just is like, hey,
Yeah.
we haven't had the ball at all so far, so let me just waste it. Well done.
Yeah, look,
That's a clear foul. What?
it's again just like lofted upfield where I mean it's a foul. Let's not beat around the bush here, but like you got to do something better with that than just like hitting and hoping, right? Like,
Yeah, how about keep it? Or Wellington just allergic to possession? Oh wait, they are. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, we've talked plenty
My
about
phone
how
just gone off.
Wellington could improve. Unfortunately, that's a next season discussion for Chiefy. I think we can all be in agreement of that. As Wellington try to play out from their own half, losing possession down the left-hand side. Sydney FC now trying to build an attack. They've been definitely the most dominant side in possession. That's a good ball, switch of play. And
Go King. Risky.
King Caceres, sorry, just couldn't reach it.
You know what a prediction is? If Wellington score today, I guarantee you Joel King will be the guy who keeps everyone onside. Guaranteed. Fucking
Okay.
this guy, man. Every goal that City concede, it's always Joel King lagging behind, keeping everyone on.
Look, I think,
So annoying.
again, like I said, Sydney FC had been unfortunate with some departures in that, defensive part of the field. And, it's just one of those things where I think Tale, to his credit, has navigated that fairly well. I mean, he's had to play in an Asian tournament at the same time as trying to mount a finals run in the domestic competition. You know, I wonder this, if you're Uffy, right, and I know it's in the FC, and I know it's supposed to be the glitz and glamour club of the competition, but are you sort of thinking now, alright, I'm a part of the pack in the finals, like, where are my priorities here? I can get, you know, I can qualify for Asian competition through the ACL2, if, you know, I go on to win that competition, which, you know, considering the form Sydney FC are in and the quality of the performances, you know, especially in the last week or so, is a genuine opportunity. Does Uffy go, alright, I'm going to prioritise the continental competition, which would be a big break from Australian tradition, especially in the A-League, or would you seek to prioritise the domestic competition and mount a genuine finals chance? I mean, they well and truly could still finish, you know, in the top 4. It's that close at that end of the table. So there is an opportunity there. What do you guys think about that?
Well, it's Sydney FC. There's no such thing as prioritising games. It's win every game. That's not.
I was gonna say with the squad they have, and I don't really think there's like everyone's good enough to a point where you can't really rest anyone because everyone's sort of what?
Sorry, I got fucking throat.
Oh, I thought you were like just
Can I clear
being
it out?
rude.
Oh, I can do that too if you
No.
want.
No, I'm good. My point's done. You go.
Oh, your point's done. Well, so they have. I saw it today. They are playing. Wait, is your point actually done or not?
Yeah,
Really?
I forgot where I was going. I forgot where I was
That was a
going
very
with it.
quick point.
I forgot where I was going with
You're
it.
talking about the quality of the
jumping.
squad, which I think is kind of what I was going to say anyway. Like
Oh,
they've
then
got
yeah.
enough. They've got enough depth to maybe not defensively. That is an area that
Yeah.
they don't really have depth, but in sort of forward and midfield options, they do have enough there to rotate enough for it to be okay. The thing is though, they don't play the first leg against Lion City until I think April 9th. So they've got like a good few weeks. Obviously, there's an international break in there, but they will have like 3, like including this game, then another 2 like A-League games in a row. So they can kind of put their eggs in the basket of like the A-League for the moment. And they've also got Auckland at home in between the 2 legs, I
They
think.
do.
I think
Yeah.
it's in between.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, wow, that's a game. And that's going to be like, that's interesting. Maybe if they can, I mean, it worked out for them against Jeonbuk because they had a first leg lead and it was pretty comfortable and it kind of looked like Jeonbuk were trying to tank the second leg a little bit with their selection. And then Sydney decided to inexplicably just let them in into the tie in the second leg.
I think
Yeah.
their manager, is it Poyet? Is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah, Gus.
Yeah,
Poyet.
Gus.
Poyet.
Yeah.
Poyet.
I think he
Poyet.
was trying to make a definite point. That was an interesting press conference.
I think he was trying to make a lot of points.
I think he was just very pointed in that discussion.
I think it's just angry. I think it's just angry at the world and wanted to let us know.
Look, you've said it so many times before, because like Europeans don't understand how big Asia is, right? How big the continent is, and what the AFC like. I'm sorry to like any other football, like I don't know, official in any other confederation. The 2 hardest confederations to manage, especially in continental competitions and especially in like international windows, has to be the AFC and also in AFCON. Those 2 are the hardest to like, you know.
Yeah, I was about to say cap. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cause like far out, like you've got like first off a myriad of countries. Like it's not just like mainland Europe or you know North America. Like you've got so many countries that are you know 18-hour, 24-hour flights away from each other. You have to try and you know somehow get out a favorable draw. And like you know, all due respect to Poyet, he's come in here as a European and he goes, oh, they send us 6 hours up the road and then, you know, we have to fly here and we've only played like, you know, 3 days ago and we have to fly here and it's an 18-hour flight and it's like, they don't understand, they can't do it. And I'm just like, Asia's a big fucking place, get over it. Like, I don't know, like, what you're complaining about.
Well, I don't know. I can't comment. I don't know about the specifics as to why Jeonbuk had to play because they had to play
pitch quality.
The pitch quality.
Yeah,
so
that's right. That's right.
They had played, so their home ground, right? So they had played there, I think, a few days before, and the AFC said, well, the pitch is shit, so we're going to move you. I think it was to the National Stadium, right? The Korean National Stadium, which is about 6.5 hours drive from John Book. So, and then he complains like, oh, we couldn't get a good crowd before it. And I'm just like, okay, well, I mean, you can be angry at the AFC for looking after player welfare, or you can be angry at your club for not getting your pitch ready for Asian competition, as a shot comes in from King there, outside the box.
From Joel King. Yeah, no, the more I think about it, I think that presser was more like, I think it was like a mental game. I think he was trying to like rev up the players a little bit. I don't think that actually came off Kamala. Huh? I don't think he was like. I think he was mad about those things, but then I think he was also trying to like why would you, if you were trying to motivate your players at all for the game, like being 2-0 down and you already rested players that you didn't bring over, why would you then go into a press conference like basically slamming everything and making it sound like the tie's already over? You know? Like, I feel it was kind of a reverse psychology thing where he was trying to like rev up his players a little bit to kind of make them feel like everything was against them. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, trying to galvanize his squad.
But, yeah.
I mean, look, I think that sort of stuff doesn't work. Oh, I mean, it sort of works, you know.
Well, it did sort of work. Yeah. So they scored twice. They was 2-2, but
Rob Stanton talked about his hands, and the Jets went on a 5-game unbeaten run. So sometimes it works.
Magic hands.
But yeah, he's
these hands.
6'2", mate.
It's your club, mate. What?
Yeah. Well, I can make jokes. I'm allowed to. I put them last, so they're making a fool out of me.
Yeah, you're an idiot for doing that. Well, as if the Jets are going to finish. They weren't going to finish last.
Look.
Even based on last year, they weren't like that bad. Last.
Look, I think that the squad that Brisbane has dramatically underperformed for first, and second.
I disagree. I think it's a terrible squad. So
I don't think it's that bad. I think it's like drastically underperformed. I think it's a.
They improved it in January, but like at the start of the season, it was terrible.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, whatever. I just didn't. I wasn't really galvanized by their signings, and the first time I saw Wellersol step on a football pitch, I'm like, "Holy shit, this is not going to go well."
No, he had that. Remember, he had that his first touch was like this back heel, and it was like, "Holy fuck!" The Jets have got like some Brazilian fucking
and then 5 minutes later,
import.
He does 3 step overs and loses the ball.
Fucking went downhill from there. Yeah. And then he did like the crying and stuff every single time he
almost an own goal.
Sheridan. Oh, Jesus Christ! Could have just left that for Devon Shmears. What the hell?
Alex Grant almost scoring an own goal. That would be really, really funny if that Botic and Segasic score a goal, do the whole phone thing, and then Alex Grant, after being called up, scores an own goal. Yeah, how ironic would that be?
Yeah, but didn't that whole Wanderers victory game last night, which I think I'm going to watch it back later, didn't that like totally like justify like some of Popovic's selections?
Yeah, like Velupile and Borello were like, "Fuck you guys."
Arzani got a
Borello. Listen, Borello's actually like been playing well for like a good month. Like I think people. Because he hasn't necessarily been scoring a buckload of goals. Like, people are kind of like, oh, Borello, he's just fucking like, you know, he doesn't even done anything. He's fucking... But, like, the Wanderers have been, like, one of the form teams in the comp for a good month, and he's kind of one of the reasons why, in my opinion. But, like, Arzani and Velupile, the whole Arzani thing is just, like, what the fuck?
Okay.
What?
Look, I don't mind Velupile. I know he hasn't been great in the last couple of months since he got injured. Like, since he's come back from that injury, he hasn't been great. So I get people going like, oh, based on form, he shouldn't be there, which is true. I like Velupile just for the fact that we don't have a lot of central strikers, and just... I know he's a winger.
He's a winger.
No, hold on. I know he's a natural winger, right? And, like, again, you can pick Botic and you have your central striker, right? Again, that's a completely valid point. I kind of like his utility. That's what I'm trying to say. I kind of like how he's...
Does utility win you games, though?
I mean, he scored a couple of goals. He's
See, I
been
don't.
on
Yeah,
the
but I
bench.
don't. You see, you say that about utility, but it's pretty clear that this squad was picked for one system.
Well, that's
Like,
again, like the Popovich is a you know a system coach, so he's gonna pick players that fit his system, basically.
8
yeah, which is
defenders.
kind of like maybe the only argument I can think of as to why Nestor and Kunda wasn't picked, because technically, and we kind of saw it in that China game in Adelaide, that he doesn't really, his profile of player doesn't maybe suit like the system that the Socceroos are playing with 2 10s. But also it's like, okay, but like not him and Arzani. What?
It
Like,
you should. I just don't think you shouldn't be so ingrained in playing a system, especially at international level.
I actually agree with that too. I know.
International level should not be about you playing the football you want to play. It should be about you being
Mm.
able to put the best players your country have on the pitch while getting them to play. I'm sure there's you can have your system,
Ooh, Kamala.
but you've got to fit them in somehow. Like there's no reason that like Nesta or Botic or Ballard. Like I know there's a lot of midfielders, but I can't think of a completely valid reason they aren't called up. Even Segicic. Like
What really pisses me off about like the Botic one, for example, is like, and this leads to the Arzani situation, is that you can't go to the media and say that basically players will get selected if they score and assist on a weekly basis, and they're actually like, you can't just do a trick or a flick. You need to actually, provide goals and assists on a weekly basis, and then not reward players who are actually doing that.
Yeah,
That doesn't make any sense.
It's bizarre. Look, yeah, I was just saying, like, Nishan Falupale, like, I kind of get his selection, but I don't get the other ones. Like, I don't get Taggart. I sort of understand Borello. I feel like with Borello and the role he's currently in with Western Sydney Wanderers, he's sort of fulfilling this role that it's like, if you watch the game, you sort of won't see a lot of Borello, but if you watch Borello, you see the game, like, a little bit.
The thing about Borello, that's actually another weird one, is that, like, he actually looks like he's much better in a front two with two strikers. So, because, like, people talk about Zach Sapsford, who's been great, but the reason why Zach Sapsford's also been able to be great and have a lot of space is because of Borello.
Yeah.
Borello's movement allows that to happen.
That's my point. It's like, if you watch Borello, you see the game. If you watch the game, you don't see Borello, right? It's just one of those things where, like, the Wanderers are playing through Borello, they're not necessarily playing to him. And that's why he sort of goes...
Yeah, true, but I wouldn't say you don't see Borello. Like, he is influential in the game.
No. What I'm saying is, like... No, I'm not saying he's not...
Maybe you phrased it wrong. You might have phrased it wrong.
Well, it's like... It's sort of like a striker. I mean, the best European perspective I'm putting is like...
Wait, Wellington are in the final third. Wait.
I was going to say, Wellington have had a
They're actually in the final third. Wait.
They've had a very good sustained period of possession.
Did Wellington Phoenix get a 40-20 or something? How did they get there?
That's interesting that Seb mentions that. See, Wellington, keeping the ball isn't actually usually an issue. They can keep the ball well for long periods, but they just don't fucking do anything with it. So, like, here is the onside. Yeah.
Offside.
Oh, go on, Tim Payne. He's off. No, Barbarouses was offside.
Barbarouses was offside. That would have been a penalty, though, if he'd stayed onside. I don't think
Is that a new linesman? Who's that guy? Okay.
What?
Hey, Joel King. Hey, Joel King stayed in line with the rest of his defense. Well done, Joel King.
Yeah, well done.
Good work.
Well, we're talking about, like, Borello. The comparison I was trying to make was like Roberto Firmino, right? Like, when he was playing for Liverpool. And I'm not saying that Borello...
Where on earth is this going?
No, just let me finish, alright? Like, again, alright, I'm not making a comparison. I'm not saying Borello is the Firmino of that team, because he's not a 10, alright? He's not the creator, right? He's not generating chances. However...
Oh, hang on.
It's a chance!
Oh my god!
He's on!
It's an equaliser!
Oh!
Costa Barbarouses has scored! And it's 1-1.
He's offside.
Oh,
What?
wait.
Nah, check it. Fuck that. That's a top goal, man. That's Chiefy ball.
That's it. I'm back on the bus.
I'm back in.
I'm back in. They're going to win all the remaining of their games. They're going to prove everyone wrong. That's it.
That was actually a top goal. Alex Rufer
Yeah.
That was unbelievable. Down in near
He's
the
off.
touchline.
He's off.
Yeah, he's off. He's
off.
off by
Although-
half a meter.
Although we
Are
thought
you
Johnny
sure?
Yule was onside. We thought Johnny
Yeah, but
Yule
you
was
know
onside.
that sometimes they show it from that angle, but then they've actually got the other angle like directly. This might be on. I don't know.
They're waiting for it. It's not been awarded. I don't know if they're going to go to a further check.
Also, Barbarouses didn't give a fuck about celebrating against Sydney, did he?
Nah, I mean, Barbarouses has played for enough teams and enough direct rivals. I think he does not give a fuck anymore. So,
Yeah, and also like I don't think the rivals can actually give a fuck. Like it's like he's just been at too many clubs. It doesn't matter.
yeah, I mean, Sydney FC have a couple of trophies thanks to Costa Barbarouses, so I think that he could be forgiven.
He's about to talk. Hang on.
Hold on. He's on. He's on.
He's on.
He's on.
He's on.
He's on. The blue line is in front of the red line, which means it's on.
It's a goal.
Yep, there we go.
Wow.
9.
So,
Play number 9.
a goal
Did-
from Costa Barbarouses, a really
Yeah,
high
he
quality finish.
did say that. Yeah.
A really high quality finish by Costa Barbarouses against his former club. It is 1-1. Jake Hollop via
Also,
Facebook.
Chico, what a ball! That's what Chico can do.
Yeah.
Quality.
Jake
yeah,
Hollop
hang
via...
on.
so, hold on,
Yeah,
before you continue, Jake Hollop via Facebook says, Chiefy ball, 4 fire emojis. Chiefy ball. That's
We're
it.
back. We're back.
I'm just wondering, it's like...
It's like watch them concede twice before half time and go into
Those
the halftime
lines are
break.
crazy close.
I feel like...
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's very close. I feel like I think it should like.
How well did he
Christian,
take it
are you
too?
gonna
Fucking hell.
post? Are you gonna post like just a screenshot of Leo Puglisi saying "We're so back"? Like,
No.
No?
Listen. There's a lot of football to be played here. It would not shock me if fucking they still went on to lose this game 3-1. So
yeah, I mean,
let's not get carried away.
Wouldn't-
What I would say is, did you hear Sean Evans go player number 9?
yeah,
Barbarouses does not wear number 9, mate.
no. Maybe it's just like, well, if it was in the Olympics,
He is a number 9, but yeah. It's well, he is a number 9, so
he plays as a number 9. Why can't I say player number 9?
yeah.
It's like
Fucking
you know,
Sean.
yeah, numbers
Good
are
old
fluid.
Sean.
Like, he plays a number 9. I get the confusion. I understand it.
Mm.
I'm not gonna hang crap. I don't like hanging crap on referees. I'm not a French import striker that plays for my club.
Is that now? No, we can name him Valère Germain. Yeah, we can name him. All good.
I was trying to be just like the mysterious. That's what I was trying to be more mysterious.
Fuck the mysterious.
He doesn't
Pull out
deserve
that guy.
mystery.
He doesn't deserve mystery. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And then he cost his team Asian Champions League's progression.
It's
Lol.
so funny. That's the most
Brilliant. It's
hilarious
brilliant.
thing. It's peak.
It's the most deserved karma ever.
It's peak A League, and what didn't even happen in the A League. Like that's how peak it is. It's just peak.
It's peak grab the Asia. Grab the peak Asia.
Peak grab the Asia. There we go. Wellington have 1 possession back. Maybe can get on a counter here. Ball's gone through. Costa Barbarouses
Ooh.
has a bit of room here. Oh, is it not Costa Barbarouses? Sorry.
No, it was.
It is
Remember,
Chico
he
again.
doesn't. He
And
doesn't
Chico,
wear number 9.
I was
My
looking.
God.
I can't pick him out. I'm watching it on my phone because I don't have enough monitors for this shit.
This is the most attacking Wellington have done in 2 months. Holy shit.
Well, Wellington certainly have worked their way back into this one and now are looking to catch Sydney on the counter. And
Ooh, that could've been a foul.
Jake
Yeah, that's
Hollop
what I thought.
also saying that Alex Grant keeping him on side there with a few eyeballs. And I'm just like, yeah, he almost scored an own goal, which would have been so ironic because everyone...
To be fair, it's like 1 millimeter. So, and that was a great ball by Chico.
It was such a well-timed run as well. Like, I mean, it was the outstretched leg of the defender as he was turning. Again, extremely close, but yeah.
Again. Oh my god.
Oh my god, they're in
Ruther.
behind again.
Fucking hell,
Wellington
man.
are cooking at the moment. Maybe can fashion a chance here. Will there
Why have
be?
you done that?
And there again, like
What
you were
the
saying,
fuck?
it just sort of peters out to like nothing. Which
Chico
is
was
just
right there.
disappointing.
Like, what is Barbarouses doing? Just like that.
I think I missed something. Who are we calling Chico? I'm confused.
Geraldez.
Ah, right.
Francisco.
Okay.
They
my
call him
bad.
Chico. It's just easier than
I say
Geraldez.
Geraldez because I'm cultured.
You are dos galinas.
Gerald.
Yes,
That's
I
Galina.
say Geraldez because I am Dos Colinas. So.
Dos Colinas is Spanish for Twohill for the viewers. Yeah.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
See.
Offside again. Wow, they're really trying to stretch Sydney, aren't they?
Dale. Yeah, they are trying to play like right on the last shot of the defense. I think they're just trying to take advantage of maybe the pace of Barbaroussa's against Green, because that's a.
Well, I think
both
weirdly,
Greens,
like,
really.
yeah, I think weirdly Wellington kind of matched up okay against Sydney because Sydney try and play such a high line, and Wellington kind of are just so reliant on transition. So, yeah, but they're definitely like this is the like Barbaroussa's obviously started the season really well. But then, like these last couple months, he's just been even totally ineffective as well. But today they've actually been able to get some sort of service into him, so that's a good sign, I guess.
Well, hopefully they can go on for the win. I mean, I'm sure a lot of Wellington fans. Hopefully the Sky TV stream is back online for our friend Rich. I hope that you're enjoying the football.
Shout out, Rich.
And maybe listening to us.
You say that every day, don't you? How much money you make?
Right. Okay.
What's money? We don't know what that is here.
Yeah, no,
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been unemployed for the last 2 months. So that's great.
Okay, real talk. Anyway.
Real talk with Tui. Well, you know what really grinds my gears?
real Tui talk. You know what really grinds my gears? Unemployment in Australia.
Yeah, exactly. It's the bloody. No, I'm not gonna get into it.
Let's not yet.
Yeah, let's stop that. Let's stop the Ozpol talk. This isn't 6 News. Shout out 6 News. Look, I watched them hosting the debate for the Victorian Senate. Very well adjudicated debate. Have to applaud. Very, very well professionally adjudicated. Very entertaining for a nerd like myself. So, shout out 6 News. We gotta go.
If you had a
You
podcast,
are a nerd, aren't you?
If you had a podcast just for yourself, you should call it Talk Tui.
Tui talk. Tui talk.
No,
better.
Talk Tui. Talk Tui.
Talk Tui. Named after the brilliant Talk Tour podcast.
Exactly. I'm gonna make a reaction podcast to the Talk Tour podcast. I'm gonna call it Talk Tui Talks Talk Tour.
And then you're going to what did she do that got her basically in prison?
She did like a crypto thing.
Yeah,
She
rug
doesn't make it. There's no new episodes anymore.
I know.
It's very upsetting.
The world is worse off because
Isn't she in deep shit? Isn't that one?
Yeah.
She
And so Jack's then gonna get into crypto from Stefan Matteo said.
I'm gonna make a Tui coin, and y'all are fucked after that.
No comment. No comment. Can I actually? May I interject with MPL talk quickly?
Yeah, sure.
Christian.
Yeah.
Campbelltown just lost 4-0 to Playford.
No way.
Yeah. So.
No way.
That's for Jack. That's basically what's the equivalent?
A-League equivalent?
Yeah.
That'd be
It's hard.
Well, Campbelltown the champions, so
Yeah.
that'd be I don't know. And play for the
just
promoted.
Well, yeah.
Wait, oh no. All right, let's think about it. Oh, okay. Northern New South Wales terms. Jack, that'd be Broadmeadow losing 4-0 to Belmont, Swansea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At home.
At home. Oh, goodness me.
And Playford also just won 8-1 last week, so they are in weirdly good form.
Well, also, haven't Belmont also started the season decently in Northern New South Wales?
They've done okay for a newly promoted team. So yeah. Anyway, that is halftime. It is 1-1 between Sydney FC and Wellington Phoenix, the game that we are covering. Before we go to a quick break at halftime, I might just take this opportunity to rattle off some earlier scores in the Australian football landscape. So obviously we've gone through the A-League results of the day, the 2-2 draw, Auckland FC Central Coast, and the Newcastle Jets getting pummeled at home 6-2 by Western United, who open up a considerable title challenge. In the A-League Women, Melbourne City saw out a late comeback from Adelaide United to win 4-3, a Holly McNamara hat-trick. Holly McNamara with a hat-trick, which, she just got bags of goals, and it's great to see her play.
She's got a hat-trick in the end.
Hat-trick.
Wow.
Brilliant. Very, very good performance. And Brisbane Roar and Newcastle Jets currently share plaudits at Perry Park 2-2 in the 62nd minute. So,
Whoa! What's
That's
going
good.
on here? Why aren't you watching the Jets women?
well, I'm here doing FPF TV. I'm otherwise entertained. I've
Yeah.
been following the scores.
Actually, to be fair, aren't they? They're kind of out of the top 6 race, aren't they?
They're trying to avoid a wooden spoon this season. Unfortunately, it's them and Sydney FC. The spoon bowl last week was
No,
great.
and
That's
Wanderers, and
crazy.
Wanderers, and
And
Wanderers.
Wanderers.
Oh yeah, no, the Wanderers there as well. Anyway, New South Wales NPL 1 also was played today. Sydney FC losing 1-0 to Marconi. Wollongong getting over
Yes.
Western Sydney.
Sorry. Just quickly, do you know what time that game started?
Yes, it was
Sydney
at
FC
11 a.m.
Marconi?
due to the heat. Yes.
It was at 11 a.m. on a Sunday morning, an NPL game. Seb, how bizarre is that?
We were supposed to have a cup game at 11:30 a.m. last week, but that got moved because of heat.
Yeah. So
That is the earliest I've ever seen. That's ridiculous.
in
Oh,
other
that was Bradford.
That's for yeah.
in other New South Wales NPL results, 4-0 Wollongong over the Western Sydney Wanderers youth team, and Sutherland and Rockdale currently locked at 2-2.
Who's
in
Sutherland? Who's Sutherland?
Sorry, Sharks FC. In some other results in the Queensland NPL women, Eastern Suburbs and Lions FC had their game postponed due to obviously, I think due to the cyclone that hit just over a week ago. So, our thoughts are with those people who are recovering from that. In South Australia, we just heard that Playford had won 4-0 Campbelltown. Para Hills getting a win over Modbury 1-0.
What a game, Christian! What an absolute corker of a match that is.
And I heard the commentators were really good too.
I was thoroughly entertained for the full 90 minutes. My
Almost
lord.
fucking fell asleep whilst we were commentating in the
Yeah, I
second
was like-
half.
He almost fell off the scaffold.
I hear they had good commentators this week. In some other results in the NPL women in Victoria, Almeen United FC over the Football Victoria Academy 2-0, and Bulleen Lions and Box Hill United are currently locked at 0-0 after the 21st minute. And some other games that might be good to highlight is the New South Wales NPL women, as RPL Leichhardt have beaten the Gladesville Ravens 2-1. In other games, Western Sydney Wanderers Academy and Sydney Olympic FC's game was postponed due to heat in New South Wales. Macarthur Rams and Manly United are currently locked at 0-0. Mount Druitt Rangers and Illawarra Stingrays are also locked at 0-0, and at halftime it is 0-0 between UNSW and the Bulls FC Academy. Right, I think that's enough around the ground stuff for now. We will check back in with your favourite state leagues very, very soon. But we're going to take
Thanks.
Nah, fuck you. We're going to take a quick break. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the second half of Sydney FC hosting the Wellington Phoenix, currently 1-0 in our feature match of the afternoon. So, we'll be back in a tick. and welcome back to FPF TV. It is currently half-time in our feature match of the afternoon/evening. Sydney FC drawing with Wellington Phoenix 1-1 at home as it currently stands. Seb, Sydney FC, started that half, relatively well, but then Wellington Phoenix worked their way back into the game very, very nicely, didn't they?
I think when we were watching, it was really about them having a period of possession where they kept the ball, which we said they're good at, and then just also being able to be clinical as well and actually score goals is probably a key point for them too.
Yeah, and Christian.
Sydney brought on the big guns. Costa's come on. Camijo's come on. Segicic hooked at half time.
He looks frustrated.
Furious. Wow, this is interesting. Oh boy.
Yeah,
okay.
We'll see how this works out for him.
What is the philosophy about treating like young Australian players like they're terrible when they're actually probably like the brightest sparks possible in the national team?
No, I'll defend Tale. I think he does a good job. I know, maybe with Kaczarski, he hasn't done a great job with that too, I guess. I mean, Camijo's brought on. Camijo, he started in both legs, I want to say, against John Book.
He was good.
He's put a lot of faith in him, and he's a good player. Yeah, he's a good player. So the Segicic thing is weird, I think, because it's just at the end of the day, they do have Joe Lolly and Douglas Costa ahead of him in the team, and also Anthony Caceres. It's kind of a difficult situation, I guess. I think as well, he also offers them, he's a very good super sub, so he's just kind of liked using him in that sort of impact role. But maybe there's something he wasn't doing tactically in that first half, and he's just furious at him for that, and that's why he's hooked him here.
Yeah, so those changes, just to confirm, Corey Holman coming off, and Adrian Segicic also coming off for Douglas Coulter and Camijo, who will see out the rest of the game. So, interesting changes by Ufuk Talay. Maybe he sees something that we don't.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Anyway, hopefully we get some sort of grandstand finish here. It is some pretty difficult conditions out there as Klamala tries to launch an attack, but he's forced to the ground.
We haven't even spoken about this, by the way. There's been an ongoing sort of story leading up to the Socceroos Indonesia game, but this pitch looks shocking. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
God.
Well, I mean, you've had...
It's only going to be worse after this, too.
You've had the Roosters play there, the Waratahs also play there in recent days, and now Sydney FC. I think in 3 days in a row, I think the Roosters play there on Friday night in the NRL. Then you had the Waratahs play there last night.
Oh, Jesus.
And now you've got a football match. So they've got basically 4 days to make sure the pitch is okay. Otherwise, knowing the AFC, they'll force them to move the match.
Well, fuck the AFC. I think the PFA was there's rumours out there that the PFA was they're not happy with the playing surface. I don't know. I mean, I don't think they really have any sort of teeth in.
I mean, it would be
relocation, but
it would be surprising if they relocated on the advice of the PFA. So we'll have to watch them wait for that. I think.
Where would they be? So I guess they'd play either at Combank or at Homebush.
I would say that they were requested to be moved to Homebush because it hasn't had any games on it recently at all. No rugby league, no football matches, nothing. Basically been vacant for the longest time. Anyway, Sydney FC trying to mount an attack here as the ball falls out wide to Courtney Perkins. Now with Caceres.
Go on.
Oh.
No, not Caceres.
Lolly.
Joe Lolly with the chance.
He's had a couple of shots on his right foot today.
He's been trying to pick out that bottom corner. That's where he's been targeting.
He's actually weirdly, even though Sydney been playing better, he's kind of not had the best sort of last month, to be honest. He's I guess his numbers have kind of dropped. So
I just got there's an account posing as Perth Glory and it's got club statement, and I clicked on the URL, and it's a Rickroll, and I just giggled at that because it was like, oh, I can't believe I fell for that. They're not gonna fire Zrilic.
Well, not now anyway. Maybe at
No.
the end of the season. Jesus Christ, fuck me. I gotta watch that
It
game
would
back
make
too.
very little sense if they did that. So, yeah.
Would it make totally little sense? I'm not sure. I think you have to wait till next season, but like, yeah, it's not looking good at the moment. There's just no real progress being made. So,
Just having a look on Twitter as well, that the press conference that's just happened at McDonald Jones, there's a lot of people commenting on that, saying that Rob Stanton seems to be speaking.
Oh, he's lost it at the APL for scheduling.
No, he's there's that, but I think he's also laid further hints that he may not be the manager of Newcastle Jets next season.
What's going on there? Why? Because I've been kind of listening to this stuff, and it's like, if Newcastle don't want to re-sign Rob Stent, like why? Why would you not want to re-sign him?
I don't think it's a case of Newcastle Jets not wanting to re-sign. I think that Rob Stanton, considering that he's, just starting out his coaching career and he wants to progress as a coach, he's asking for, certain things as a head coach, and the club are either, sitting on a few promises or not willing to budge on a few things, which is leading to Rob Stanton. Here's a chance maybe for Klamala. As he gets to the byline, just peters out for a goal kick for Wellington there. Some decent defending. But yeah, it looks like that Rob Stanton has been asking for a little bit more investment into the first team, whether it's recruitment or, coaching, more assistance. Well, not more assistance, sorry, more resources, basically, is what he's been asking for. So whether that means players, whether that means other things from this ownership group, and it looks like that maybe the ownership see it as a process, and maybe Rob Stanton is sort of like, well, I think I'm past the process team now. I think I'm ready for a genuine sort of a team that, is willing to give me the keys in order, for me to go out and sign players and build the squad that I want. So that's sort of a watch and wait, because I think his contract is up at the end of the season. So
I believe so, because I think that's why he's obviously being asked about it. So yeah.
But I think Rob Stanton, for some reason, he's sort of in his press conferences tends to think out loud, and not really leave anything to. Leave a lot of cryptic messages. I think subconsciously. I don't think he means to do it, right?
Yeah. Maybe he means to do it, but he's very he's just a very driven personality. To the point where, when he's kind of when he's asked about and I asked him as well, when they won here against Adelaide, this is a pretty big win, in the context of just your project and this long-term thing that you want to develop here. And he was kind of playing it down to the point where it's just yeah, look, the results don't really matter as long as we're just improving individuals. That's kind of something that he always says. If you listen to a lot of his press conferences, it's kind of I don't know
under
if
a bit
this
of
is
pressure from this Phoenix press, they managed to play out.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that was an interesting decision. These two teams, yes, very prone to playing out from the back mistakes. But I don't know if he's been doing this because, to what you were just saying there, Jack, where maybe he's kind of trying to show the ownership, I care about development, I care about, I can kind of turn a diamond in the rough sort of thing. I don't know, and as if they're trying to sell his ability as a coach to them, and that's why you should invest in the team. I don't know if he's trying to send some sort of cryptic messages when he answers these questions like that, but he is.
We won't find out until the end of the season, maybe to the beginning of the pre-season, when the dust settles on season 24-25. if any of this eventuates. But it is quite cryptic messaging. But yeah, just saw that on Twitter. Also, Nick Stoll on Twitter. This is really funny. About the Call Me celebrations. It goes, every single player in the league who wasn't called up should do a snub celebration. Stuff it. If you score at over 45s this week, tell Popper to give you a buzz. That's funny. I like that.
Douglas Costa with a cider.
Yes.
Look at that flick in the lead up.
Yeah,
I'll be
very nice.
Joga Benito.
That is
I'll be
Jogo
back.
Benito. Oh, Seb O'Neill will be back. Oh no, it's a midstream exit for Seb O'Neill.
I'm hungry, and I need food.
He's
And
going
his
to...
food is here.
It's
his
alright.
food is here. And he's
just-
going to eat it in front of us.
Yes.
Yes, I am.
He's got to do a Matt Olsen and go get his slab from the front door and start eating it live on the stream.
Matthew Gerald Olsen. Alright, so looks like, yeah, this is a bit of a, I mean, Sydney kind of look more comfortable, but it still feels like a bit of a slogfest at the moment, bit of a tug of war.
Again, I think that they're, like, as we get to the 60th, 70th minute, like, the game's sort of slowing down, and I think that might be the conditions getting to the players, because it is still pretty warm.
Yeah.
About still over 32 degrees, I think, at the moment.
Yeah.
It might be.
So,
So
I mean, Wellington have definitely shown a lot more today.
they've
I still think-
shown a willingness to attack the game, which is an improvement.
Yeah, but I also think some of that is down to, I think Chico and Barbarousis, I think their kind of connection has kind of grown a little bit now that they've played, what's it now? 3 games? 2 or maybe 4 now together. So that helps for sure. That's what I mean. Like, see, January signings in the A-League, like I'm starting to feel like, yes, you can, they can still obviously have a positive impact, but the whole team balance can just be so thrown off by these new guys joining with like 9 games left. And also, like, yeah, I'm just starting to think more and more like how redundant they just seem to be, in my opinion, a January signing, particularly like an import. But I don't know. I mean, you look at Abubakar at Brisbane has done alright. Luke Amos has been good for Perth. Like, I don't know. I guess there's some benefits, but then you look at Perth and you say, okay, but they signed like 5 new players in January, and maybe that's kind of been difficult too, because they don't seem as maybe fluid as what they did before January when they started to kind of have a bit of a consistent lineup.
Well, hopefully the new project out there with the Pellegro group can get a little bit of legs, because when Perth are flying, the league is also flying. Perth get genuinely good crowds.
What the hell's up with Alex Rupert today and fucking skill moves?
Yeah, he's just like, he's...
Sorry, Alex Rupert just did like a... I know.
He did a
Oh,
Rabona.
Chico, what a turn. Oh, here we go.
Very nice.
Looking for Barbarousis.
Sort of peters out a little bit there. This is some A-League women's news. So Tamika Gallup scored in the game. I think it's still ongoing. I think it's 2-2, but I think she scored the second goal.
She scored twice.
Yeah, she scored twice,
Yeah.
which means she goes ahead of Sam Kerr in the all-time scorers list for the A-League women. So she's on 7.
Holy shit.
Michelle Heyman has 116 goals to her name. Tamika Gallup has 71.
Yeah, no, she's second. Yeah.
Yeah, second, and Sam Kerr has 70. So that's pretty impressive. So congratulations to Meeks. Very well done, having an outstanding career both for club and country up there in Brisbane. So
Good player. When I've watched them this season, she seems like she's kind of actually taken her game to another level this year with Brisbane. So
I think it helps. Like, Brisbane have put together a pretty decent side. I mean, it wasn't so long ago that Brisbane were hunting down a premiership. Unfortunately, they've had struggled with form as of late, but they've got a pretty exciting squad.
yeah, they've fallen off. They've fallen off quite a bit. They're a bit more in the top 6 sort of pack
now, but
yeah.
at the start of the season, it was very, very promising. They looked
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
With the Fryer sisters, they looked like
Ooh.
playing exciting football.
Ooh, good tackle by Ryan Grant. Fuck.
I'm back, by the way.
Hello,
No one
Seb.
cares.
No
one cares.
What did you get?
Can you guess?
A slab.
Macca's.
What does this look like to you?
Chicken McNugget.
That is a nuggie.
What sauce do you get?
They didn't give
What?
me any.
What?
Did you wait? Hang on. They didn't give you any, but you ordered one, or you didn't get a sauce?
I don't remember.
You have to get Big Mac sauce on nuggets.
Nah, sweet and sour.
But
No, fuck off with
actually-
sweet and sour. That's just the default crap.
here's a fun one
You're
for
a
you.
default crap. Fuck you. I don't
Here's
know,
the fun
like-
one for you, right? new drink.
Oh, the Shamrock Shake?
Yeah, new drink.
Oh, wow.
Giving it a go.
Shamrock Shake.
McDonald's,
what is
reach out to us. We're open for
It's a,
sponsorship opportunities.
It's
You can
it's
call it the McDonald's Watch Along FPF TV Extravaganza.
it's a mint shake with whipped cream.
Yes, I've had it.
So you're gonna get it.
Mint
Do you,
okay.
do you think it's good? Do you
Interesting.
think it's good? I'm about to try it for the first time.
I'm not a big fan of like. So I got it just because I know the Shamrock Shake is like a big thing apparently in America, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of like mint stuff that's cold. Like I don't really like mint ice cream and stuff. So I was just a bit meh. I like my Coke Zero. Thank you very much.
It's nice.
And if anyone
but
follows me on Instagram, you know that I love my monsters. So yeah.
It's nice, but the aftertaste is a little bit toothpastey.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No,
Like
he's offside here, isn't he?
when it's going in, it's nice, but the aftertaste is a
offside.
little bit toothpastey.
Sorry, that was funny. That's a funny way you put it.
What? Toothpastey?
No. Never mind, I'm not going to explain it. If you're going to... It's
I don't
fine.
know, man. You're doing
Oh,
your thing,
hey,
bro. I'm doing my thing.
hey, you just dug yourself a hole. You're not getting out of it. What's going on here?
We said when it's going in, it's nice.
Oh, right.
All right. All right.
You dirty boy.
No,
gosh.
you said it. Okay?
Yeah, you
What are we-
thought it. You thought
What
it.
are we? 13? Come on, mate. Christ.
I don't know.
On the TikTok.
On the tactic.
That Seb can tell you about on the TikTok.
I prefer Instagram Reels. They have my favourite Lightning McQueen videos. He's showing off.
Ooh.
Is that a McOz?
No, it's just a quarter pounder.
Ah.
Man, Senna just drawing another foul.
He's so good at it. Like, I know he goes down fairly easy, but he's so good at it.
No, like 80% of the fouls he actually gets are there. They're not. He just sells it a lot, but he does get. I mean, that's a clear foul. He just beats him to the ball, rolls it forward. Yeah.
Yeah. No, clear foul from Costa Barbarousas. So, Sydney FC may be looking to launch an attack on goal through this set-piece opportunity. Maybe a shot at goal.
From what I've been watching in the second half, I still feel Wellington actually look more threatening when they go forward at the moment.
I think that Sydney FC is still trying to settle at the moment. So...
It's the 60th minute of the game. Fuck.
No,
what do you mean
settle
they're trying
in the
to settle?
second half. God. You know what I meant.
Is this how he treats you, Christian, when the camera's on him?
How Jack
Right.
treats me?
No, sorry, Jack.
I get abused. It's in
Yeah.
the DMs. I get cyberbullied.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sure.
The HR would
I'm
have
a
a
great-
field day
Oh.
if we had one.
What's HR? What's
Costa
HR?
from free kick range, just going past the
Ooh.
Human
post
ranting.
there. Human
What's
rank.
HR?
What is it? We do not have the facilities for that one. We do not.
No, we just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Moving
Anyway.
on.
Alright.
Swiftly now.
Do you
Man,
guys,
that's a bad free kick. Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
do you
it's not
guys
great.
want a signature Seb O'Neill chat question, but in person?
Whoa!
Oh wow.
Seb O'Neill
Right,
TV. Wow.
All right, just
Yeah, we
starting
get
off.
it. It's your TV. Right.
Just starting off, a big fan. I once saw Christian Marchetti scared to go up a ladder. My
Fuck
question,
you. Fuck off.
my question to the boys is, if this is related to my food, if there was one like fast food place to eat, and it was the only like place you could eat food from for the rest of your life, where would you choose?
I'll go first. KFC. 100% KFC.
Would
Like,
you?
KFC.
Would you though? Because when you think about it, you've got to have variety. You've got to have a breakfast.
it has to be Macca's because I can get like hotcakes from Macca's if I want breakfast. It's got to be Macca's. It's got to be Macca's.
I eat KFC breakfast, lunch, and I don't give a shit. All right.
If it's Matt Olsen, you have a slab for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah.
Okay, but
I would too. All right. It's valid.
If you're having,
you can't handle a slab. A slab.
You can't handle a slab, mate.
If you're having a KFC breakfast, what are you having?
That's what I mean.
Like honestly, what are you having?
Again, like just have chicken. Like chicken's
no,
protein.
No.
You can have chicken.
You can't have like food like that before 11 a.m.
Sorry.
Unless you're like a professional athlete.
Sorry, I don't actually conform to the norms about meal taking.
Yeah, that's because you're weird and you don't care about what you eat. All right, mate.
I do care about like, what I eat. All right. I just don't abide by like you have to have eggs in the morning. Sometimes
you have to have eggs in the morning.
Sometimes I have
I don't have eggs in the morning.
Sometimes I have a steak.
Most mornings I don't eat. How about that?
Like, sometimes I skip breakfast too, but like most mornings, if I'm gonna have breakfast, sometimes I have a steak, and then for dinner I have an omelette. You know what I mean? Like I'm not restricting myself to times a day. And KFC has enough variety for me. For breakfast you can have
I want some chicken, and then at lunchtime maybe I want some chicken.
And
then dinner time maybe some chicken with a side of chicken and a chicken shake. Like, what are you on about, man?
Chicken's so good. Fuck you. All right.
Bro, I'm not complaining. You see this? This is a nugget, bro. These are beautiful.
Listen, at the end of the day,
it's a last-minute winner, Lauren Allen. 3-2. Newcastle Jets over Brisbane Roar.
I'm not seeing anything close to happening on my screen right now. What's going on? Oh, no.
In the 5th minute of stoppage time, Lauren Allen has scored for the Newcastle Jets. Jets win. 2 on the bounce, baby. Let's go.
3-2 or 3-2?
3-2. 3-2.
3-2, wow.
Yeah, so looks like hopefully they say that one away from home up at Perry Park. Very good performance.
So they could be like an outside chance to still get in the 6, I think.
Well, I'm gonna
a very outside chance.
Let's have a look at this. Let's investigate this because it would be a major miracle, I think, if they made finals. But we'll wait for SofaScore to load because it's trying to be slow. So actually, no, they're a genuine chance now. 19 games played. 20 points. Central Coast are only on 25 points after 19 played. So
and they're not playing well either.
No, so I mean, I'm pretty sure they still have 20. They have a 24 game competition, right? Just
22, isn't it?
Is it 22? I thought it was full home.
Oh, okay. So if it's 24, then that would explain why Adelaide United maybe haven't secured finals football then yet. Yeah. So
I think it is.
Earlier oh, Chico, shit.
Wow,
great chance.
That was close. But yeah, I think let me.
I think it might be is the offside coming back.
The Jets. Let me have a look. So there's 23 rounds. 23. So 23 games played, which is weird. Anyway.
23. Okay.
It's odd. That's odd. Anyway.
You're odd.
Okay, shut up. All right. They play Melbourne Victory in their next game, so that'll be on the 21st of March, so in 5 days' time at 7 o'clock. So that's a big one.
Tally in the book.
And that's away from home for the Jets. Not sure how winnable that is for them. But then
who they're playing? Who was that?
Victory, so that'll be difficult. Then they've got Western United at home, which will also be a difficult match.
They're playing well at the moment.
They're playing well. The run home is then a match against Melbourne City, so fucking tough run home. And then in the last round of the competition, F3 derby against the Central Coast. So, if they can
Jesus Christ, they got a fucking tough run.
If they can navigate a tough period, they are definitely well within the pack to make the finals for the second year in the row.
Yeah, but you're probably gonna have to win. You have to win like 3 of those games, probably.
You wouldn't be able to lose any of them. That's for certain. There's no losses can be afforded. I think the most likely for a win out of those teams would be probably Victory, just because I think they're a pretty good matchup in terms of the way they play in transition for them. And then
I'll probably say Mariners. Mariners at home.
No. Mariners. No. I'm saying 2. The two most. Sorry, I was going to say the 2 most likely from the tough games, like the tough 3 games: City, Western United, Victory.
Is Western at home?
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say Victory. I don't think they have any chance against City. I think City are way too good. But I think that, a navigating a win against Victory and Western United are possibilities, and definitely a win against the Central Coast Mariners is necessary for them to make the finals. However, Wellington are on 23 points on the same amount of games played, and Canberra United are on 24. So they've got a fairly big bunch to navigate there as well. They're going to hope for a few results. But, yeah, they've, sort of... The last 3 weeks, 3 on the bounce now. Which is, good for them. So, the Jets, flying. Anyway.
Hey.
Well, that's what Jets do, don't they?
I went to the danger zone.
Danger zone.
No.
Watch Top Gun. Seb, you've seen Top Gun, obviously.
Is this meant to be a setup because of last night?
Yeah, you've seen Top Gun, obviously.
No, I haven't seen Top Gun.
Fuck off, man.
Oh, well,
Honestly,
yeah,
fucking ridiculous. Have you not seen Top Gun?
That's stupid.
What is this?
No, alright, no, what
That's
was the
just
movie?
dumb. See,
What was
thank you, Jack. Thank you.
No. What was the movie you said to me last night?
It's like if you say, "Oh, I haven't seen Transformers." Like, what are you doing?
I haven't
Yeah.
seen Transformers.
No, the one.
You haven't
last
seen
night, that was,
Transformers?
No.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god! What the?
You are
What
old.
is going
You
on
forgot
here?
you guys are old as well.
I don't know. Fuck
It's
this.
not old.
It's
Fuck
not
that.
old.
Fuck that. It's not old.
It's not old.
I didn't
What,
say
so you-
it was
so
old.
you've
I
never-
said you guys are old.
You've never
No.
got revved up
No, you
by.
got this all wrong.
Well,
You
hold
got
on.
this all
You've never got revved up by Optimus Prime before Linkin Park plays you out before.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
exactly.
What are you
No.
denying yourself like
Do
genuine
you,
pleasure?
do you even know who Linkin Park are?
I know who Linkin Park are.
Thank God. Jesus Christ.
I was about to sing the song. I can't remember how it goes.
Do you know what I've done?
What I've done.
That wasn't the one I was gonna sing. I can't remember
What
what it
about
was.
New Divide? New Divide? You know New Divide?
No.
Fuck's sake.
What is this?
I've
referring to?
become so
Yeah,
numb. Yeah.
Hey, whoa, don't make fun of Numb. It's a
No, I
great
wasn't.
song.
I wasn't.
What the hell is that?
I was doing an impression of the song. How it sounds.
Jesus Christ.
That's how
I
it
told
sounds.
Jack, did you listen to Faint from Linkin Park on like full volume in the gym?
No.
That's you got to do that. That's like insane, like adrenaline rush, like
I
insane.
like in the gym. I like slow songs. I like Iridescent. That gets me pumped.
Loving you is easy because you're beautiful.
What's that?
You don't know that song?
You don't know that song? Jesus.
You know. Oh, you are old.
No, what? You gotta. What's
That's
the
an
what's
old
the name?
song. Loving You. That's a very old song.
Yeah, no.
That's like the
Yeah,
60s.
no, I'm not. I'm kind of hot and cold when it. Yeah, no, 60s. I don't really know.
But you don't know that song. That song.
70s, 80s, 90s. 70s, 80s, 90s. It's all kind of hot and cold. So
After,
I know
like,
a few.
we've
But...
been just like talking shit. This game's sort of like taken off a little bit. Quintel just had a cider.
No. No, it's
Not
okay.
really. Not really. It's kind of been
Christian,
us, but yeah.
Loving You was in Shrek, I'm pretty sure.
No,
Yeah. If
no,
if I
it's
heard
when-
it.
Isn't that when the birds die? Like she kills all the birds like her high pitch?
No. That's a difference. It's like da 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 da. Like it's like that's.
Oh,
a,
Wellington are bringing on a rugby player now.
Okay, Corbin Piper.
Because that's how Corbin Piper plays.
Yeah.
And you know that because you're transitioning into
Yeah,
rugby
Chelsea did a rugby
commentary.
commentary. Yeah.
Yes, whatever that weird tweet was from Jack today. I've never watched a game. You know what? I've actually never watched a game of rugby in full in my life, and you know what? I don't plan on doing it anytime soon.
Nui Jets Football joining us via YouTube saying, "Hey guys, just got home from the Jets game, trying to stay tuned.
Unlucky.
Stanson's presser was fiery. How are you feeling, Jack? We were discussing it before.
Jack's
Just
crying inside. He's dead inside.
I'm just like a chill guy, so like just gonna be chill all the time.
You wish.
I'm just heaps chill and all that. So yeah, yeah, that's heaps good. I like it when my coach, when he's finally getting some success, he's like, "Oh, I might leave." That's great. That's good for me. That's good for the. They say if you don't train your heart, get it to a higher rev. It's a muscle. You got to train it. So you got to
And introducing Newcastle Jets' new head coach for 25-26, Marco Rudin.
Scott Miller.
The return.
The return of Scott Miller.
Returning is Phil Stubbins.
Can we just get Ernie back? He's disrupting nothing in
Do you know what? Do you know what Phil Stubbins back?
Jack, do you know what Phil Stubbins is doing now? Seb can explain.
What do you think Phil Stubbins is up to these days?
Not a whole lot.
He is coach of Cumberland United in State League 1.
Second Division South Australian football.
Which is actually a promotion because he was in State League 2. So, well done to Phil Stubbins.
Well, he's making his climb back up to the top leagues. Full faith.
That's what I mean.
My belief never wavers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
apparently,
yeah.
So apparently, Ben Homer and Stanton got heated in the presser.
Oh.
There was a post, so I might have to have a look.
That is interesting.
Definitely might have to. I might try.
Ben Homer's like one of the nicest guys ever.
Yeah, he's a ridiculously nice guy. Like,
know.
But also an actual Jets fan, no?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So,
he also
maybe
commentates. He also
no.
commentates Newcastle Knights games on Fox Sports occasionally as well. So.
Oh.
Gross.
So,
Disgusting.
I might see if I can find this interview and see if I can't listen to it. You guys talk about stuff. How just do something.
Christian,
Yes, sir.
can we, while this game is at a stoppage, can you describe what our time was like today at Para Hills and just like the game and the experience in general?
I found my most enjoyment from listening to Para Hills coach Tony Gallinopoulos and what a interesting character he is. So, yeah.
Yep. And then the scaffold you were a big fan of?
No, I wasn't. That needs to be reviewed by workplace safety. So, because that is ridiculous. So
It's just a very long ladder. I think that's the only thing.
no, so okay, yeah, I guess that it is. But it's a very steep ladder. Like it's not like also. Like, the steps on the ladder are, like, kind of small. Like, it's not wide. Like, those, like... Oh, great ball. Kacharski?
Yeah, I just saw that, yeah.
Ooh,
very close
man.
from Kacharski.
Fucking hell.
Very
Yemi was
close.
parried it in. But, those ladders, like, those, like, ladders where the steps are, like, wide. So,
Yeah.
like, when you can actually
It was
stand up on the ladder and it's very, like...
It's like a round one, like this. It's like having to hold onto this.
And, like, it's very sort of, like... The steps were very small and it was very, like... straight, and it's just kind of like fucking hell. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Got a red card, though.
got it.
That was cool.
Got to man up.
Oh.
Got to man up and
Go on.
Oh!
Oh.
Very close. Sydney FC
Ooh.
really trying to get a go-ahead.
why is
goal.
Oluwayemi just fucking parrying it back into like?
Do you know, the first time I ever heard of Josh Oluwayemi was in a Chris MD video.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people have been saying when he signed. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
And at
wow.
that
so
time,
now,
I think he was only like he was in Tottenham youth at that point.
yeah, and so now it's like when every time the guy comes up, it's like Chris MD. It's like okay, whatever.
Why was
Chris MD scoring at Wembley. Josh Oluwayemi's playing for Wellington Phoenix. I think there's a skill gap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Joshua Oluwayemi playing for the Phoenix. Yeah, being a professional footballer. Yeah.
I'd rather play at Wembley.
Yeah, look, I mean,
It's a charity game because it's like
Chancey
charity
for Wellington
for these
hung up.
Chico.
Oh my god.
Devin Schmiers has to come out to deal with it. Very close.
Ooh,
I can't find
fucking
this post-match interview.
Man, Chico's been fucking great for Wellington
Newey
today.
Jets football was speaking about, so we might have to see if we can catch that.
Look at Chico again. Ooh. No, lost it. Okay.
We'll have to catch that one later. As
Chico
we
and Senna
enter the
exchanging some
last-
Portuguese.
Last
Portuguese.
12-ish minutes of regular time here at Allianz.
Holy shit! It's already his 77th minute. What the
Yeah,
hell?
no. Time flies when you're having fun.
I know.
I've got a philosophical question, right? Going on from the point about Wembley being a professional footballer, right? Would you rather be like a young player that's in the FA Cup final squad and you win the game for your club side, right? Or you become a professional footballer consistently playing, like at a decent level?
That's honestly the dumbest question.
Wait, what do you mean? Wait. So
Are you fucking serious?
Are you
What?
saying that I score a goal to win an FA Cup and then I'm like never heard from again, or I consistently play
Yeah.
professional football?
But at a much lower level. But it's still professional. I'm not saying the A-League, but I'm saying like at a much lower level, but it's still professional.
Wait, so hold on. How did I get to the FA Cup final if I'm like a much lower level than an
Don't
A-League
ask
player?
dumb questions like that, man. Just
No.
answer
No,
the
no, no,
question.
not-
There's
FA Cup
context
final.
around this question that you are not answering.
Yeah, there's a lot of context around this question.
Yeah.
You guys kill fun on.
Oh, Kacharski. Oh,
I don't know.
oh.
Winning an FA Cup would be pretty cool. I can like just
No. You didn't say FA Cup. You said like a local cup, didn't you?
I said the FA Cup.
Oh, you said the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, then FA Cup. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
got
literally,
it.
it's your
Oh,
one moment,
okay.
your
I
one
thought
goal,
you
your
said
one
no, no.
career
I
appearance.
thought you said. So
And
I
that's
thought
it.
you said like, would you rather be like a
Hello, there
local
might be- is there
player?
a handball? Is there a handball here?
Oh, that might
Hello.
be yeah.
It's
Yeah, it is. I
yeah.
reckon
I think
it
that's
is.
That's
handball.
handball.
That's
That's gonna
handball.
be called back. So it might be a penalty. I don't know. Uffy's got his hand
You
outstretched.
can't head the ball into your arm. That's
Yeah, no, that's against the rules.
that's trouble here.
Football brain. Yes.
Wait, what? Oh, he's
He's
saying
pretty-
no.
he's out of him.
The throw.
Wow.
Maybe it didn't actually touch the arm.
Maybe
Nah,
it touched the
that-
shoulder.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, Wellington readying a few changes off the bench now.
Nagasawa Ishige.
Yes.
It's a Japanese
Oh.
double sub. No more
Speaking-
Chico. He can't play 90? What? He played 90 the other week against Auckland. What are we doing, Chiefy? Come on, man.
Christian wants his Chico.
Chico roll.
Chico roll. Yeah.
Fucking
Delicious.
sap it.
I love a deep fried curry and peas nugget. It's great.
Do you like a deep fried Mars bar?
I don't think
And
I've
where
ever
can I
had
get
one.
that, Seb?
You know, my local,
Which is
the North.
Para Hills United.
No. Can't get it there. You gotta go to somewhere like a Chicken Night, or like your local shop, man. Have you ever had a deep fried Mars bar, Jack?
No, I had deep fried ice cream before at Chinese restaurant. That's really nice.
That's actually nice. I know. I like
didn't-
deep fried
That's
ice.
not what I asked. I asked if you had a deep fried Mars bar.
Whoa,
I
whoa,
thought
whoa,
we'd
whoa,
just
whoa,
share
whoa,
it.
whoa,
I
whoa,
thought we'd just share it.
Whoa.
You just
Whoa,
like
you are
attacking
the
me.
guest-
Yeah,
Seb,
exactly.
you are the guest
Guys, this
here.
is
You are
my
the
this is
guest
no,
here.
this is my show.
And we
I
will
think
not
you'll find-
tolerate. We
this
will
is my
not
show.
tolerate.
This might
you
be Seb
talking-
O'Neill TV, but I'm still the fucking host, mate, and I'll kick you.
Exactly. Fucking get in line, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking hell.
Just pull your head in, all right?
Oh,
Put
shut
your
up
head in.
then.
Fuck's sake.
Uh,
Jesus. Otherwise, no more commentating with you.
ooh.
Oh
Hey!
no.
Oh, that's a,
Yeah,
that's
oh,
a
no.
bad foul.
Man,
kicking
it's all
off a
kicking
bit
off
now.
here.
It's all happening down at Allianz.
What the
Stadium.
benches?
Oh wow! It's really
Oh,
kicked off now.
oh.
Chiefy's in there.
Rufa
Get him,
is
Chiefy!
screaming.
Yeah,
Get him,
no
Chiefy!
surprise that's Rufa. Chiefy and Uffy are pretty good together.
Chico's
so
in
they're
there
not
as
gonna
well.
lump.
Chico's in there. Chiefy's trying to play peacemaker.
Let's walk away. Let's relax. Calm down, lads.
Ryan Grant's in there. They came from everywhere. They took issue with that one, I believe. Looks like there's going to be some cards issued. Costa Barbarosa's picking up one of those
Okay,
cards.
Costa.
I think Ryan Grant's
and
definitely getting one.
Is Rufa, and Ryan Grant probably.
Yeah. Ryan Grant and Rufo. So yeah, damn. There's been a bit of biff this week. Bit of biff in the El Spunico last night. It's been some tempers flaring in all the games. Except for maybe the Newcastle Jets vs United. I didn't watch much of it, to be honest. I saw 4-0 and I was like, oh. Well, I've got a stream to prepare for.
Man, pray for the fourth official anytime he's got Uffy on the bench.
Yeah, he's a bit
In
of
the
a
game.
live wire.
He loves the fourth officials.
I could not imagine being Daniel Cook every week in Adelaide.
Ooh.
Honestly.
Oh, wait. So, I think Alex Rufa's
So
about to be
Rufa-
given a red. It just popped up on my phone. I think he's been given a red, Rufa.
What?
Yeah, it just popped up on my phone. I think we're
I
about
just
to
got
see
that
it.
too, but I think that's wrong.
That's what.
Unless they check it.
What did he do there though? He didn't. He was angry, but he didn't.
Did he
Hold on,
maybe
so
like
maybe
grab
like
by the neck? Maybe.
or he like pushed out like that.
Yeah,
might
I
have
think
been a slap.
I think the app's wrong. I think the app's wrong.
I think Fault Mob has fault mobbed itself.
It
No,
jumped the gun.
the game's continuing, so it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay. We are.
I was about to say, like, what did he do? Like, oh,
Maybe a chance here for the Wellington.
Nagasawa! Oh my God, Nagasawa made a run.
Scorn in the box, dealt with by Sydney FC. It might have a grandstand finish in the last 8 minutes of play here. Both teams seem fired up, hoping to take all 3 points. As Sydney FC look to get forward here down the right-hand side.
Haven't
Douglas
seen too much of
Costa.
Quintel.
We had a
Douglas
shot
Costa hasn't done
whilst we were
too
talking
much there.
shit, so
Yeah, he did, but
he's definitely been playing.
the second half has definitely been happening.
Yes. Look, I think the second half has been a bit, in a minute.
Well, it's obviously followed like a similar pattern.
Yeah.
Wellington sitting
Oh,
in,
wow.
Sydney
Oh,
trying
wow.
to score. Costa, what's he doing here?
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
Rock-
Oh my god.
Rockdale came back. Hold on, just around the ground stuff. Rockdale came back from 2-0 down against Sutherland to beat them 3-2.
Sharks.
Who's Sutherland? Yeah, who's Sutherland? What?
Oh, Sharks FC, you dumbasses.
They actually changed it back, so they are Sutherland. So yeah.
And Metro Stars are currently leading Raiders 2-1 in the 41st minute. So,
Oh, in the first half.
yeah. So,
Croatia.
That one's quite interesting. That should have more goals. That one.
Yeah, that could end like 4-3.
NPL Victoria, centre of the universe. Western United.
No, there's no games today. There's no games today.
No, sorry, Victoria Premier League, which I think that's the second
Fuck
tier.
the
now,
VPL.
isn't it?
No one cares. Yeah, no one cares. No one cares.
Oh well,
Yeah, we might as well talk about State League 1 here. Or State League 2. Do you guys hear no longer one?
Okay, well, people hang shit on me for not doing enough NPL content.
Do you know, actually, Christian, I have to correct you. When I showed you that was actually their under 18 score.
You idiot.
Yeah, so no longer actually won.
Oh, so the Hawk's Nest.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Hawks
hello.
Nest is
It's
getting
not
Maybe a
dangerous.
counter-attacking
Alex
opportunity
Grant.
here.
Come forward.
Sydney
Alex Grant,
FC.
show us why you were called up.
Oh, this is so much space, man.
Oh my
Here we
God.
go. There's a chance.
Oh, Quintel.
Can they
what's he
fashion anything?
What is that touch?
Kachalski, Quintel.
What?
It's just been
What is that, man?
wasted by Sydney FC. I mean, all they had to do was use that time. I mean, Quintel should have hit it on his second touch,
That
right?
was just a terrible touch. It was a terrible
Yeah.
touch.
But Phoenix survived for now. Still 1-1.
Oh,
Costa taking. Oh,
Costa.
Kachalski
Kachalski,
Oh,
way too
what a
much space.
save.
Oh, what a save.
from
Oh,
Oliver
yeah,
Yami.
he's made a couple of great saves. Oh, he's
Oh, and he
gone
looks
down
like
with it,
he's gone down with cramp, maybe.
I like that I'm in front of you.
How much space are you giving Kachalski there, man? Come
Yeah.
on.
No, you've got to close down a lot quicker because he loves scoring.
Look at
in
that.
the
What the
last 10
fuck's Roofer
minutes.
doing?
I'm
Roofer's
pretty
just
sure.
fucking ball watching.
I'm pretty sure if you check, I think it's because majority has been a sub, but I'm pretty sure if you look at where Jaden Kachalski has scored goals, I'm pretty sure he has the highest like stoppage time click rate in the A League.
Yeah,
Of all
he
time.
probably would be. But a lot of that's from start of the season. And I think you'd find probably there would be an Auckland player in there somewhere, like fucking Moreno or something.
I mean,
I don't
know.
I think you scored the most goals in stoppage time out of any player in the A League.
Oh my God!
Oh! How did that
my
not
God,
go
what
in?
the?
It's still there. How did
What?
that not go in?
Oh my God, double ricochet. Wow. These Costa
Handball?
in-swingers.
That is
Nah.
a handball.
Hang on.
Or
You're gonna have
maybe
to
it's
slow it
down
down.
by his side. Maybe it's down by his side. Hold on. Are they going to look at it? I don't think so.
I don't think there was anything there.
Wow. Bit of excitement there. What a whip by Douglas Costa. That was insane.
Why did the camera just randomly show John Masano? Like, what?
I don't know. Maybe because they're fans.
I'm listening. Simon Hill said he got a booking.
Oh, right.
Ah.
Cheers, Shim. Shim.
Thanks, Jeff.
Oh, go on.
Oh, hello.
Offside.
That's nice.
Offside.
Sus.
Offside.
That's
offside.
offside.
Oh,
That's
he's off,
offside.
he's off, he's definitely off.
Yeah, he's way off.
He's
Oh
definitely
no,
off.
they're still playing. They're still playing.
Yeah, but
Oh.
he's off. They won't. Yeah, but
Oh,
yeah, but
Nagasawa.
I know. But it's,
Now they
it's-
call it back.
Let me guess. He put his flag. What Nagasawa's eyes? Did you
I
see
saw
that?
that too. Yeah.
He's a-
Is that Matt Olsen running the line as well tonight?
Shout out Matt Olsen.
He was running the line in Adelaide as well. Matt Olsen,
What a
just
guy.
getting the refereeing gigs.
Absolutely. What a guy.
What a guy indeed.
I don't know about you guys, but I really want to watch Deal or No Deal.
No, I'm good, thanks. The Chase is where it's at. That's the game show you want to watch.
No do.
Dylan O'Deal's a crap game show. Oh, Ashiga.
My game show of choice is
Alex
Million.
Grant. That's why he was called out.
Yeah.
I've come to really like Wheel of Fortune.
I like $1 million coin flip. That's what I like. That's my favorite game show.
Got no idea what that is.
It is
Let me guess. They flip a coin, and if you guess right, you get $1 million.
It is a fictitious game show from the popular sitcom How I Met Your Mother. Thank you very much.
Ah,
Hosted by Canada's own Alex Trebek. So,
who is also the host of Jeopardy, or was.
Yes.
He's dead.
Okay, can we get a winner here? Not sure. Because no one cares about your crap game show crap, right?
Well, I think How I Met Your Mother is a great sitcom. Some would say the best.
No
ever.
one asked about the sitcom though. We were talking about game
You
shows.
said that's
and
not
then
the
you
best
decided-
ever. Shut up.
It's not the
my
best
favourite.
ever. I know Jack's got no idea what he's talking about when it comes to sitcoms. I'm not going to start this with him again. Fuck me.
Fuck you, Christian.
Wait, are you the Friends?
Fuck's sake.
Did you say Friends last night? Was
Yeah,
that
you haven't even watched Friends.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
disgusting, Seb.
Yeah, because it's not all that, man.
Yeah, I
You
agree with
haven't even
Seb.
seen
It's
it.
not
How can you
as-
even say that if you haven't watched it?
It's not all that.
It's not as
I
good.
can just tell.
It's
I can just tell.
It's in my top 5, but it's not the top upper echelons. It peters out when Chandler is less funny. When they start focusing too much on Ross and Rachel, it just gets boring.
That's definitely a valid criticism of the show, yes, but it's the quintessential. All these other shows that have sparked because of like all these other sitcoms that are like based on like Friends and stuff like that. It's all based off that.
Not that I'm a fan, but Seinfeld.
Yeah,
technically was
Seinfeld
probably the
was a-
trailblazer. Not that I like
no,
Seinfeld, but
no. So
I like
no.
Seinfeld.
So the difference is no. So Seinfeld probably is the trailblazer, yes, but it is the thing about Seinfeld is it doesn't actually follow like a story.
Anyway,
Every episode is kind of a situation.
we're
so-
gonna get some added time in
My-
this
my
added
favourite
We are.
sitcom
You know, yeah, I
is-
don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's talk about the game.
let me have my final point. My favorite sitcom is probably It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's mine.
Okay, did we ask? Trying to remember.
Anyway, it's a free kick chance, and
Why can't they take that? Why can't they take that? The ball's stationary.
I think I'm not sure, but it is
I
five
don't know.
additional
I
minutes
guess. Yeah.
for this one, so
Seems
plenty of
about
time
right.
for
Doesn't mean
either team to get back into this.
besides Rufo
Why have you
trying
done
to.
that?
Oh,
Hmm.
what is that?
Yeah.
Besides Rufo trying to kill out Ryan Grant, I don't think there's been many stoppages. So.
Yeah, no, it's been pretty good. It's, can Sydney FC fashion a winner from this
Cool.
bucket load of set pieces in the Wellington Phoenix defensive half?
Hey, don't bark, don't growl.
Curled in, back out, and then blocked down.
We all remember the last time Sydney FC scored a late goal at that end, of course,
Against Wellington.
against Wanderers, mate. Derby.
Yeah, but there's another very famous one against Wellington. In the rain, the penalty. Oh no, it was the other way around. My bad.
Yeah. What the fuck's that?
I'm my head, man. I'm tired, bro.
Yeah, it's been.
Hey, you're not a ball knower.
It's
Okay.
tired. I'm late, bro.
Your ball knowledge is no longer valid. No longer valid.
What do you want?
It's my ball knowledge has never existed, to be honest. So.
No, I know. I don't fuck knows. That's why you're a lead commentator, not a co-commentator. Don't have that
Yeah,
facilities.
you're spot on, man. Like that's. I'm not gonna disagree. That's the whole point.
And I am not a commentator for obvious reasons.
No, you be good. You be good.
Nah, you'd be shocking.
Yeah.
Hello,
I'd be bad.
my name is Dos Calinas.
Welcome
You
to
commentate.
Marconi Fairfield Stadium. I am Ame Dos Colinas.
Oh my god, that is so
Foster?
poor.
Oh, Miami.
Oh.
How have they not
Oh my
scored?
god, man! What are you doing?
How have they not scored there?
He really is a little bit of a ticking time bomb, isn't he? Oh, what the? Just play it, Costa.
Caceres now. Sending
Shoot.
to the box. Shoots. Deflection.
Ooh, hands by
Holloway,
side,
Emmy.
all good.
Able to get onto that one.
Man, this is a bad 2 points drop for Sydney if
Well,
it's 1-1.
they look the most
That's poor.
likely to score here, right? That's very poor goalkeeping by Oluwayemi. However, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, with all these chances, then Wellington managed to get up the other end the last 30 seconds of the game.
Well, that is
and-
kind of classic Wellington. So.
Yeah, and just, like, smash and grab a win, which is a win they desperately need. If they are to make a very, very late and very, very...
Oh no! Don't even entertain that. It's over. They're not going to make 6. What is this? What?
Yeah, well,
What?
I'm just keeping
It's
it
over.
interesting
Even Chiefy,
for the viewers.
No, it's not interesting. Chiefy even said it last week. He's like, yeah, it's basically over. He didn't. No.
Okay, well, fuck you then. No. I'm just trying to...
That's fine.
I'm just
Guys,
commentating.
we're all friends here. Let's relax.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
let's take
Wait,
a
what?
chill pill. I'm not your friend. Football
I just come on this show. I'm not his friend.
I think spending 3 days in a row with someone classifies them as a friend, in my opinion.
Nah, that was just out of necessity.
No, it wasn't. No, it was absolutely wasn't.
Nah, absolutely was. So.
You could have said no.
Like I said, what was I going to do? Just leave you with no commentator?
Goes
Twin
wide
Tower,
from
wow.
Twin Tower. I
You
think
could
it's
have said
taking
no,
a
Christian.
deflection.
But you love me too much.
No, I don't like hurting people. That's why. So,
Yeah, but you love loving people, you know? So.
no. I just don't like hurting people because I'm such a
Jack,
nice
he's a
person.
real softie.
So. Oh, yeah.
I'm watching some football. I don't know what you guys are on about.
Yeah, I'm watching football too, man. Douglas Costa's
You
gonna
know,
whip this in at
I
school.
don't know. I'm watching football too. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah. Just
This is what happened when I get loose from the realms of pure text.
pure text. Seb O'Neill TV.
Get
Live and
loose.
in stereo.
My God, Costa, what the fuck are these deliveries? Get loose from the Shamrock Shake. Yes.
Yeah.
I've come to grow to not mind it.
He's,
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
He's
wow.
a chance.
Hit
Did he
it,
find
go on,
that
hit
ball?
it. Why not?
Go, Rufa! Go, Rufa!
Rufa!
It was too much.
Oh,
He just couldn't get it out in front of
fuck's
him.
sake,
Never
man.
gonna happen.
Bring it
Never
down.
gonna happen.
I know, it's like the worst player to be in that position, honestly. Of all the people. Rufa. Who scored, what, 2 A-League goals in his whole career?
Yeah. It took him like 10 years to score his first, too.
Yeah.
I reckon I could score an A-League goal.
Look at the cheek.
What?
I don't even think he's time wasting. I think he's just trying to wash the ball. What?
Seb, what the fuck did you just say? I reckon I could score an A-League goal. You
Yeah,
realise,
that's what I said.
like,
Oh.
Mitch Cooper is closer to Ronaldo than you are to Mitch Cooper, right?
Yes.
I reckon if in the state
Actu-
I'm in right now, if you put me up front for like a, I don't know, put me up front for an Auckland, I reckon I could score an A-League goal.
Jesus Christ, you're fucking deluded. Do you, like, bump your head this morning?
I don't know. Yeah, what? How do you think that would happen? Would that come off your stomach and go in? Or
Oh, nah, come on, that's a low blow. Jesus. Wow.
Horrible.
And that's
Is
the
Pat shaming
full-time
allowed on
whistle.
front page football? Sorry.
that's it.
That's it, it's
What
1-1.
a shit result. Oh man,
So,
Uffy's
yeah,
fucking furious. Uffy's like Carl Beard after the Adelaide Brisbane 1-1. He's like angrily shaking everyone's hands on the bench. Man,
So that means that
Look at
Sydney FC sits still in 7th on 30 points, 3 points behind Adelaide United. It also just gives opportunity for, you know, the likes of MacArthur and the Jets to give chase if they can get results together over the next couple of weeks. So Sydney FC, you know, in trying to get their act together, have fallen out of favour. That's a bad draw for Sydney FC. But they
very
are
bad draw.
technically in a 5-game unbeaten run. They would have probably much preferred that to be a win, but they come up against Melbourne City, which is going to be a tough game in their next one.
Man, that is going to be a fucking awesome game.
That's going to,
Jeez.
that's gonna get the heart racing. So what we
In
might,
Sydney as well.
so what we might do is just have a look at the next round of A-League action. That's
Stop for another 2
upcoming.
weeks.
Yeah, it's international break, so you know I will say that. And we are doing Thursday night front page football TV. We are doing Socceroos versus Indonesia. It is.
Oh, we
happening.
are. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Did you run that past the boss?
Yeah. He told me to do it. He told me to add it to the calendar.
Oh, hang on. There's a bit of
I
biff.
didn't
Bit
tell-
of biff.
oh,
Bit of
wow.
biff. Bit of biff.
Whoa,
Bit of
whoa, whoa! Biff!
Huh?
Chico.
Klamala and Scott Wooten.
Oh wow.
Oh, what is going on between these two teams tonight? I think
Yeah.
Sydney are just furious that they weren't able to. What?
Wow. Klamali is he's not happy.
Sydney are just so frustrated with that result. You can tell.
They ought to be. They should have had in that last 5 minutes. They should have had another 2 goals. Like how
Nah,
they
but
didn't-
yeah, I guess, but I don't know. They didn't really play that well.
Anyway, now that the melee has ceased, 2 weeks' time is when the next round of A-League men's action. On the Friday night out in Campbelltown, MacArthur hosts the Newcastle Jets. That's a blockbuster considering the context of the finals race.
A lot of context around the finals race. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, the Jets obviously hunting for that top 6 spot alongside MacArthur, who got a better result than the Jets in this current round of A-League action. Then, on the Saturday, 29th of March. Wellington hosts Western Sydney Wanderers at 3 p.m. Eastern Time in the Cake Tin. Western Sydney hoping to continue their sparkling form
The Cockton.
to
What's your
maybe,
chops?
if they're
One day Wellington.
maybe mount a late title challenge. Maybe. Who knows? We shall see. There's a few more games left to go. Sydney FC, obviously we mentioned, are also hosting Melbourne City in the 5 o'clock kickoff on that day. And then the original rivalry headlines the Saturday night action down at Amy Park. So both Melbourne Victory and Adelaide United, their form has been questionable over the last 3 or 4 games. For both
Questionable
teams.
is an understatement.
So an original rivalry potentially.
How about fucking dog shit?
Yeah.
Potentially for a top 6 spots. Another blockbuster game. Central Coast host Perth Glory, and Auckland are away to Brisbane up at Suncorp. So that is the next round of A-League men's action. But
Brisbane own Auckland. Interesting.
Tasty. That's going to be an interesting matchup. But I think what we'll do to round out the stream, we might have just like a little bit of a look at that Socceroos matchup, the friendlies upcoming. So obviously Thursday night here in Sydney at Allianz, Australia hosting Indonesia. Sorry, I muddle up my words there. There's been a lot of discussion about the squad selections for Popovic. Some glaring to just downright insane omissions from that squad. I mean, like, I've looked at some of the Twitter fanfare, and whilst I believe that there are some, like, pretty just, like, what are you doing omissions there, I don't think the squad is terrible in and of itself, like people are suggesting, but it's just underwhelming because you see players like Ballard in form, Irankunde in form, Botic in form, and you're like, okay, well, I mean, you're planning for another World Cup, which kicks off in a year. It's very likely that you're going to need some of these players who are in form, right, in that tournament, and them not being selected during qualifying, I mean, especially for players who are certainly, aging, and also, some players who just really aren't in the form that warrants a national team call-up. I'll go to you first, Seb. I mean, what are your most glaring omissions?
To start off with all due respect, Mitch Duke is a great player, but the only way I think the squad could be more deranged is if he was called up just because of the form. I think that's the only thing that would make people go even more crazy. Other than that, Nesta probably deserves a call-up. I don't see why not. Noah Botic. I mean, simple ones. Max Ballard, Jack Iredale, John Iredale. I can't remember which one it is. Whichever one. Jack Iredale for Hibernian. Again, probably hard done by. I'm trying to think who else was actually missing. I actually need to get it up. Ryan Strain. Like, honestly, yeah.
Ryan Strain would be perfect for the Socceroos system. I don't understand, and also like in the press conference Popper did about the squad announcement, no one asked about Ryan Strain. It's kind of like, seems like a glaring omission. But
look, I think there's two things playing out. I think that these omissions, it's twofold. Like, Popovic obviously likes players who play in a system. We've discussed this before. And also, like, we've heard coaches, and we've heard Popovic actually mention, like, accessing players who are playing in Europe for these World Cup qualifiers. It's not necessarily difficult, but it is a big strain on those players, right? And, like, I'm not saying that's a good enough excuse to leave out the likes of Ballard, the likes of Irankunde, Ryan Strain, Iredale, who are all in some pretty good form for their domestic clubs. But I sort of get it from the point of view is that, instead of being, in Australia like some of these players are, they can get a full run-up into the...
What about Botic, though? What about Botic?
Again, yeah, so, like, you can't use that excuse to warrant, like, not selecting Noah Botic as well. So I'm not saying it's not a perfect excuse, and it shouldn't be used as an excuse for not picking these players. But, like, there is, like, an underlying factor that he, like, has mentioned in the past, that accessing...
There's a lot of context around the selections, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, accessing those players, especially in Europe, to get them to Asia to have a good enough run into these matches so they don't either pick up an injury or don't just, like, play shit, is like, it is difficult, right? But, I mean, like... Australia's been in Asia long enough with, like, I mean, you know, especially in 2010s, plenty of players playing in Europe, and they are available for selection, and they are available to play good against the likes of Indonesia and China. So it's also just something with Popovich about that, because he's mentioned that on a few occasions about, like, you know, making sure he has enough time to get him into camp and, you know, get him on the training park. Like, he's mentioned this a few times now.
You're never gonna get that at international level.
No.
Unless you're like a China where they've like stopped their league for 2 weeks to get a camp.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get that here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that,
Yeah.
again,
Yeah, so there's that, and
this
also
goes back to my point of saying you cannot be a system manager as an international football coach. You have to fit in with how it works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, you sort of...
I do think there is, like, he's still adjusting to being an international manager, and I think, yeah, he's kind of slowly stumbling across things and realizing, like, oh, I can't operate like this because, yeah, we don't have the time, and obviously it's not like club football and stuff like that. Because I think he was asked in that presser too about, like, you know, how he's kind of found, you know, the transition and stuff, and he was like, yeah, like a lot of learnings and stuff, and it was very sort of, you could kind of tell that he's definitely, you know, learning on the job a little bit in terms of international football, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, let's maybe get some predictions. So, Thursday night, I might go to you first, Seb. Australia taking on...
No, you didn't go to me last time, so I guess you just go to Seb, yeah.
No, I'm going to go to you afterwards, Christian. Just, like, sit there. Be patient. Australia taking on Indonesia.
Response?
In Allianz. I think it's a 8 kickoff there. What are you expecting in terms of results there?
That's 7:40 for us. I couldn't remember. I reckon we'll lose.
Ooh. Okay. Wow.
Just because of
Okay.
how much a hassle Indonesia was last time, and I think they've only strengthened really with all these naturalized players.
I disagree.
Well, what about
Okay.
China? So then.
China will win. China will win.
25th. I would.
China will win.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree on that. I'll go to Christian first before I put my 2 cents into the matter. But what are your predictions?
I think we'll beat Indonesia 2-1.
Yeah.
And I think we will draw against China. 1-1.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I'm thinking similarly. I think we'll be fine at home
Yeah.
against Indonesia. I think that will be. You'll be able to navigate that. I'm not sure about that game in China. That's a difficult game, and China's a very difficult place to go to get a result.
It's more difficult because China they've got a good half sample size when they played here in Adelaide of things they can do to actually you know, make life difficult for the Socceroos. And, like, also, who are China playing in their first game? So
I'm checking.
yeah, can you check that? Because that's interesting too. Because if
Saudi.
China, like, Saudi, okay, which I think when they played them away, I think they're playing them at home in Saudi.
Yeah.
They're playing.
Well, here's the standings in this group, right?
Wait, no, hang on.
Saudi. So Saudi's the home team, and the last time they played Saudi, they lost at home 2-1.
Yeah, okay, that's right, but it was close. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think that if China are able to, like, draw against Saudi, for example, like, that keeps them very much in the you know, in the mix for qualification, right? But then also, they're going to go into the Australia game thinking, okay, like, let's get 4 points from the window. And I just think, like, you know, we're going to get, like, their best shot, essentially.
See, my expectations are set pretty low, but I mean, there's got to be some sort of questions. I think that, best, like, if he gets 2 wins, then fair enough, that's great, good for him, and that's the best case scenario, obviously.
I just don't see it. I mean, at the end of the day, this team has won 1 out of 6 games.
That's what I'm trying to say. Is, like, I think
we've drawn 4 games. Yeah.
I think that if, like, a minimum, before people start asking, like, is Popovich the guy that's going to get us there, right? And should we persist with him? Is 4 points. If he gets 4 points from this window, right? Then there's something tangible and you can take it away, right? But if he gets less than 4 points in this window, I'm sorry, I'm deeply questioning if Popovich is the national team coach, and I know that the Matildas. Realistically,
they're not going to change the
Yeah,
coach after
they're not
6
gonna,
games.
they're not going to change.
We're not. I'm sorry,
know
we're not
that.
Greece. Like, what is this? No.
yeah, but like, I know it's not real, but
No.
I'd still be like, again, like the worst case scenario here. Like, look where the teams are banking up. Australia's on 7 points. The rest are on 6. Like, if you don't get maximum points from these windows, there's a chance that Australia won't even make the next stage of qualifying.
I know. I'm well aware. I'm well aware.
And like, again, like, if they go to the next stage, right, where they have to potentially play like a playoff to get into the competition, right, again, for the, like, again, like, I think people will get sick and tired. I mean, I'm sick and tired of, like, Australian teams, especially the one that has the potential, right, that this one has. Like, I think that...
I disagree. I really disagree on that point. I think in the next cycle, this team could be better. I don't think this team is, like, that as good as people kind of make it out. I don't... And maybe some of that is the squad selection, but, like, a lot of this is, like... So some of the younger players in the team are some evidence of, like, some of the new development that we're seeing, and we've seen that with the young Socceroos. But there's, like, a lot of guys in this team that are, like, the product of a lot of bad development that we've had from, like, 10 years previously, right? And I just don't... Like, people say, oh, yeah, the cattle. Like, yeah, could we play better? Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. But I don't... Like, we'd even... Like, that last window, the Bahrain and Saudi games, like, I said it, they were on the players. Like, people say whatever, oh, pop of this, pop of that. Like, against Saudi, we had more than enough chances to win the game. Against Bahrain, that was ridiculous that even got to 2-1 down. Like, what?
Yeah.
We should have been 2-0 up at the 60th minute. And it's kind of like, okay, maybe it's mental with these guys, maybe. But it's like, at the end of the day, like, talent is talent. These guys have to, like, if they get in a position to win games, they need to do it.
Yeah.
So, I'm just saying, what I'm saying is, the Indonesia game, if we are in a position where we are dominating them, and we are having a lot of chances, and we don't take them, I'm sorry, I don't want to hear a word about pop of this, pop of that. Like, the guys, they have to take the chances. Like, simple as that, you know? So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. But at the end of the day, Jack, I think you're right. I think 4 points should be... I think 4 points is the pass mark.
Yeah.
I think...
That's a pass.
Yeah, it's a pass mark, and I think 6 points is like, wow, great, fantastic. Like, that would be excellent. But, like, that's kind of where we're at, where it's like, we're talking about 6 points against Indonesia and China being like, wow. Like, we would die for that. It's like, that's how average this team has been, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's certainly been average. Seb, anything to add to that before we sign off for the night?
No.
No? All good? All right. Well,
All right.
Yeah.
So, cheers,
Yeah.
Jeff. Cheers,
yeah,
Jeff.
yeah.
You know?
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Seb O'Neill, FSA commentator, on the collective commentator down there at Adelaide. Christian, Christian, I'm not going to do any more introductions.
Who's Christian? Who's Christian?
Yeah, maybe you can give me the proper actual title this time. Cheers, mate.
No. Is there any last words to...
That's right. This might be the last FPF TV stream then. Wow.
Is there any last words to the singles of people watching this stream right now?
I thought you were gonna go like to the singles, as in like looking for like a partner. I was gonna say like,
All right,
yeah.
all right, Seb. All right.
I don't know where this is going.
Oh, go on then. Take us home.
Go on.
Go on.
What do you want me to? I don't know. What kind of?
Watch
do you
it.
want me to-
Just sign off.
Do the one game at a time sign off. What's that?
We normally just awkwardly all say bye and wave and sort of go on a
now.
tangent.
See you next week.
That's not. We're better than that, man. We're better than this.
This has gone on far too long. I'm fucking editing it. Thank you so much for joining us on FPF TV. We should be back on Thursday for the Socceroos versus Indonesia. And in terms of A-League action, just stay tuned to the FPF socials, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, Blue Sky.
Facebook. Thanks, Sam.
Facebook.
Yeah,
MySpace. MySpace.
Yes.
No,
MSN.
unfortunately,
AOL
not.
chat. AOL
MSN,
chat.
AOL chat.
And also don't
Reddit.
forget to check out frontpagefootball.net for some interesting articles